orbit in Kerbal that the only way to actually land is have your little Kerbals go outside and use their little jetpack things to try and push the ship in.
I could try it. I mean, it's worth it.
Holy shit.
Worth a try. Because at this rate, it's going to take 4 fucking ever to land the fucking thing.
Just abort the mission, man. Or is this the one that you finally landed somewhere?
This is the one where I finally landed, and I really, really, really want to survive.
You want to survive because you've killed all
No,
your...
you know what's going to happen? He's going to finally get this damn thing back in the atmosphere, deploy the chute, and the fucking thing is going to crash when it lands.
That's what I'm trying not to do.
And then,
Okay,
he'll lose his science.
All right, so I'm coming in hot. Let's see, what's my apoapsis? 5 million. Fuck.
Wow.
Aren't you the other little diagram thingy down here at the bottom by the planet?
Yeah, but that blue line is my orbit.
Dude, you suck.
Fuck you.
You suck.
Space. Oh, I'm sorry. This is only my 2nd week playing this thing in total.
Huge orbit, dude. Holy crap, man.
Yeah, but it is shrinking. I mean, look, see, it is shrinking. I'm down to 5 million.
5 million years till you land.
Now 4 million, 4.9 million. Now I guess the 4.8 million. You know, for every orbit it gets smaller. It does. It just takes 4 fucking ever. So I'm going to get out and push the bitch.
I don't think that's how space travel normally works, but okay.
No, that's not how it normally works. But I'm not saying that that's what the jetpacks were designed for. I'm not talking about what they're designed to do. I'm thinking about what they can do, and they can save me from waiting a fuck long. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get on top of my orbit.
So red, start a spacecraft.
Okay, I'm going to get to the top of my orbit, which I am at right now.
Then get out
at the top of the orbit. Okay.
And he's going to dump on 2 cans of computer duster and let them rip.
Okay, so that's that.
Pretty much what you're going to do.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Which way am I heading? All right, I'm heading that way. All right, so I'm heading in the direction that ship's pointing. All right, Furtop, you're EVAing. Do this.
Push the ship! Push the ship! Push it the wrong way. No!
Okay.
Now you're never landing.
And do this.
You're supposed to hold on, by the way.
Shut up. Let me work here.
Oh, you are man.
Watch this. He's going to discover he's actually pushing it the wrong way.
Oh, I figure.
Because right now we're seeing the Milky Way bit here. We're not seeing the planet part.
Well, for those that have joined
And push the bitch, push the bitch, push the bitch, push the bitch. Woo! Okay, I think that did absolutely nothing.
Incidentally.
Well, you might want to get back in.
How?
The capsule's like leaving, and you're just sitting there.
I'm figuring this out, okay?
Use the jetpack. Get to the capsule. Get the fuck on board. You've already used up.
Get to the capsule.
This is not landing. This is called trying to crash, and you're failing at crashing.
Okay, I got this. I'm getting closer to it, I think.
Yeah. I'm going to actually put the video link in the shuffle comments itself. And, yeah, anyone's welcome to join.
Okay, I'm still trying to get this
is actually
thing.
rather entertaining. Because you do realize that Redline has 3 little Kerbal knots. If this one dies, he's got 2 more shots to get this thing home.
Yeah, you'll get the capsule home, but Kerbal Knots will be up there going, "Help us! Where's
no?" And he's got to get. I think he's got to get at least one of the crew home.
Okay, Redline, it's coming for you.
Yeah, I know. That's that. So close. No, don't leave. Don't leave me.
Kerbal.
I'm behind it now. Fuck.
Great. Now the
My
capsule
head.
orbiting
Hit my
you.
head. What the fuck?
It's orbiting you. I think you've done it wrong.
Seriously,
Oh,
it hit my head.
Communist Russia. Space capsule orbit you.
Okay, I gotta admit, that was actually pretty funny.
oh boy.
Okay, so let's see.
I still think.
Well, the
you're
good
going
news
wrong
is that
way.
I got plenty of time.
Now, normally, since we have Abraham's going to be joining us on the Minecraft server I've been running, normally we'd give him the tour, but right now, laughing at Redline's much more fun.
Oh,
All right.
you guys.
Let's see. Celestial Madness.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm thinking.
How do I get out of here? Oh,
Can you check your orbit and see how bad you fucked yourself up?
Oh yeah, once I get inside the craft,
You have to get inside the
I'm
craft.
going to keep trying until I get it right. Oh
Is
shit!
grief-
Shit!
Is griefing allowed?
Okay. I just about saved that one there. All right, now that I'm in tin, I'm going to give myself a little push.
well, sorry.
A little push again.
Brief him. Politely.
Okay, if you work for NASA, do not ever do anything Redline does in Kerbal. This is just...
Exactly. No. That'll be the worst thing you could possibly do for yourself. Trust me. I'm coming towards it. That's good, I think.
You know what the problem is? This would be so much easier if it was a flat Earth.
Yeah, it would be, because then I wouldn't even have to launch. I would just stay there because gravity.
Could you orbit a flat Earth?
No.
You'd wind up seeing.
God damn it.
Okay, someone just punched it. Let's see, where are you there?
Oh. Currently not
Getting
where I'm
wood.
supposed to be.
I know, but where are you punching wood? The wood farm is empty.
So there's no set home command, is there?
We have a spawn area, which I assume is where you started.
Yeah.
Change what your spawn point is based upon where you slept last.
Alright. Oh, can I set a bed? I can set a bed for my home too, right?
Essentially.
You exposed and open to the environment. Because we're not smart enough to sleep indoors.
Well, we have this nice, lovely tower that I moved out of.
Yeah.
Just be careful of the chests. They're all
Isn't
made...
Minecraft like dolls but with blocks?
What?
No.
Minecraft
isn't?
is love.
Okay,
Minecraft
then
is
I
life.
totally fucked that up then.
Yeah, I think you did.
I got to think. Okay, quick, someone get on Google and figure out how to redo the last autosave. I'm gonna need that shit right about now. This thing is in a tumble. I'm still trying to keep up with this fucking thing. It's orbiting me. It's like,
well, if it's orbiting you, then just start heading toward the planet. Maybe it'll keep orbiting.
I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm tempted to open up the server screen and see who's moving
You're
wrong.
really close to spawn, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna start mining right away.
Alright.
Do I die if I don't eat?
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to show you spawn so you can see what we have over there.
Yeah, we got a lot
Alright.
of stuff going on there, food hookers and all that stuff. Incidentally, two conversations going on here.
Yeah, one
but-
about how much I suck.
And the other one, I'm actually running a
Thanks, all of
Minecraft
you.
server. It's been part of my recovery from the stroke, and we just invited Abraham to join us. So.
Yep. How do you run again? I forgot. I completely forgot.
Double tap W or Control W. Okay. That's the iron. This is the iron farm over here.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Okay.
Hey, Shadow.
Yes.
It's in the spawn chunk, so it'll run all the time.
Oh, I see you got a lap built over here.
Yeah. It's a fairly new number at this point. Yeah, let's see if this is going to cooperate for me. Probably not.
Is there a chicken farm over here or something?
Yeah, this is this brown wooden thing here with the underneath the gay wedding cake is heathen log flume.
You can
All right.
wedding cake thing. Good grief! I can't escape that, can I?
Oh,
I called it a gay wedding cake, and then somebody else came along and said, "What? The gay wedding cake?"
For fuck's sake! No, they'd already heard you say it. Actually.
I'm lagging a lot right by here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This is spawn. It's gonna get.
It shouldn't. The lag shouldn't be that bad right now.
Well, I'm on the computer, so
Well, it might be that it might. Well, actually, Hangouts takes a shitload of resource too. So I
yeah,
was going to say the lag should not be server side right
that's another. Are you renting?
Hmm?
Are you renting it?
now. No, this is my system.
Okay.
All right. What is this?
That's the storage, and that's the auto smelter.
All right.
So you throw your netherrack and cobble in there.
Mhm.
I know where y'all are.
Damn, I'm lagging.
Hey, okay.
Project Pokemon.
All right.
That's the villagers you trade with.
Yeah.
And then here we melons, sugarcane, and pear. It'll be fully auto.
Will be fully automated, yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow, sir, welcome back.
Hey, okay, how's it going, man?
It's going, sir. How are you feeling?
Oh,
I'm lagging like a motherfucker right now.
I'm feeling big.
Because the hangout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang it.
Holy shit!
Okay.
I got it. Shit.
Okay, then we got a chicken cooker. As long as you stand by it, it's not in the spawn chunk. So as long as we're around the area, this thing will produce chicken.
Yeah.
Okay. You
Can I
can take all the.
some?
Yeah, take a stack of chicken.
Holy shit! I got back on.
Dun, dun, dun,
Alright.
dun.
Thank you.
And we have a wrap.
A what?
All I've ever, it's for getting rabbit's feet. All I've ever gotten out of is cooked chicken and leather.
Oh.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. It's my luck is bad with it.
Oh, and an enchanting table.
Storage room for the bones and arrows and bows from the skeleton spawner.
Oh, okay. So this is just storage, basically.
Well, that's basically because over in that area we actually have the Skelly spawner, which we've hooked up to as an EXP farm.
Yeah.
That area.
Oh, nice.
So here's the
That all the stuff that drops from the Skellies ends up going in the chest.
yeah. Then here's the skeleton's kill box, I guess you call it.
Hmm.
And you can watch them dance by in the water stream through the window.
I see what you did there.
Did you find the spawner or did you get it?
No, we've ever. I'm trying to think what else.
Fell out. Ah. Oh well.
We haven't put anything else in yet.
Yeah.
All right.
Of course, sitting here talking about this is probably boring the audience, but it's an Insomnia Shuffle. It's random crap. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. And I'm not gonna rest until I actually land these Kerbals.
Have you actually improved your orbit at all?
Let's check. Actually, yes. It's now under 4 million.
Oh, for
So
Okay.
I actually shaved off 1 million by doing that.
Well, you got 2 more Kerbals. You can do it again.
No. I saved the third Kerbal.
So this is
Oh, okay.
everyone's storage?
Well,
I actually
this
was able to board a spinning craft, so in your fucking face.
No,
Am
it's
I doing that again? No.
okay. This is just all temporary storage. There's not much left in them.
Yeah.
All right.
The server started.
Does it matter where I make like my living space.
No.
If you're just gonna be here, not really, but I'm usually at the witch farm. Paranor's at the water temple, and Jackie and Kevin, they're at their little treehouse somewhere in the jungle.
Yeah, somewhere.
Alright.
So this is just temporary brewing here until the brewing room is finished.
I haven't made a formal one yet.
Yeah.
And then we have the new addition, which is Warehouse 13, which has been added to the end.
Yeah, which is like.
Like what?
Well,
You
yeah.
broke up.
We're outside in the spawn area.
On the front side, yeah.
Do you have an extra bed by any chance?
You can actually just sleep in that one over there. Just set it there then.
All right.
We'd have to craft a new one. There's also plenty of supplies out by the warehouse.
Yeah.
Which eventually will be on the list after this long fucking hallway.
Thanks. Are you watching CMD, Shadow?
DMD now.
Oh.
I'm not watching much of anything right now. Let's see now. Screen share. Just in case anyone wants to pretend to give a shit. Oh, here's Keith.
How do you make a bed again?
It's 3 wood on the bottom and then 3 wool on the top.
All right. I'll just go kill sheep or something.
Yeah, actually, we might even have sheep over here.
I should have a good enough that you can spare some over. Yeah.
Yeah, we got some wool here. Just make sure we get some shears.
Yeah, there's also like I don't know how many stacks of wool in the warehouse up back.
Yeah. I don't have any shears on me.
The going to the iron farm is really close. But
Yeah,
yes, the thing I'm
No
turning
idea.
down for is this structure here, which after the stroke, I basically, when I built the initial house, it was so I could keep track of where I was, so I made this monolithic thing to make sure it could be seen from as far a distance as I could.
And this here is the 13 Heathens commemorative anti-creeper wall. Wandering into spawn and blowing him up, so I built him a wall to keep them out.
Well, yeah, more so. It's just I kept getting. I was getting lost in sight of this fucking thing.
I know.
It was bad.
Yeah. See, here comes the zombie now, but he can't get past the wall.
Well, I'm probably just gonna make a home somewhere underground.
Okay.
Yeah, wherever. It's a server. Hey, Keefies, how you doing?
You have to come over to the nether portal.
Does it matter where I make it? Like, if it's smack dab middle in the spawn or whatever?
Huh?
Does it matter where?
Generally, I think this area is...
Probably just gonna be like a ladder or staircase going really far down.
There is a cave system under here, but I think it's already been explored and pretty much tapped
Pretty
out.
much, yeah. It just the way down is down the shaft here. It's a drop and go.
All right. Ooh. I'm going to check my version real quick. I think I have an old version.
Theory should have updated when you came in. It's like 1.8.7 or something like that now.
Yeah, but you can play with older versions as long as it's 1.8.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
1.8.4 was pretty stable.
Let me see.
1.8.6 is a piece of shit, though. I'm gonna fix this thing at some point. Actually, I need to blow this thing up at some point.
Well, I got the gunpowder.
Actually, I already built a whole bunch. I'm probably gonna make a big deal out of it and just blow the thing to Kingdom Come.
Oh no, I've almost got a chest full of gun.
Ooh, wow! I only have like it's back in 24.
Like 2014 too, or
What kind of
2014?
people
Oh,
tonight?
Yeah.
Oh.
And this is part of why I haven't been doing videos, because I've been spending way too much time doing that. And we need to get Paranor's ass in the actual hangout, I think.
Yeah,
Who's Keefies?
he's a friend.
Keithies.
Yeah,
Shadow.
what's going on?
How's it going, man?
Nothing, just hanging out, you know.
With ya,
I was actually about to go to bed in a while, but I just decided to just join this.
yeah, okay. Well, we haven't really gotten into an actual discussion yet. We're just kind of fucking around at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just trying to land these fucking Kerbals, and they're playing with
Well,
blocks.
Well, for notifications, I had a choice between your room and Nephilim Freeze, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
We're much better than that cunt bucket.
Yeah, cheating better than aggravation.
And it's just like, I don't feel up to that today.
Yeah. But anyway, Abraham, if you go straight through the mountain, you'll come out the back of it at the far side of the tunnels where the warehouse is. It's a
Alright.
warehouse, so don't sweat it.
Yeah, but I was just checking to see what y'all were doing, so I'll see y'all later.
Okay.
See ya, Keefies. Have a good one.
See you, man.
How the hell did he get in here? What the fuck? Weird thing. It seems like things have been spawning on half blocks lately.
They walk over.
Well, I just ran into one inside the house. I don't know how inside the gay wedding cake, as you keep calling it. Which, incidentally, he named the gay wedding cake in honor of Bionic Dance and her weird gay wedding cake thing.
Yeah, I still.
We've been trying to figure out what the hell constitutes a gay wedding cake, but whatever.
Oh shit, it's Vincent Jones. How's it going, good sir?
It's definitely going.
Definitely going.
Santa, you Kerbal killing bastard!
Hey, I have not killed a single Kerbin on this mission. They're just waiting a long time. It's now T plus 146 days.
If you
They're
kill
gonna
him,
die of old age. What the fuck, dude?
if
Hey,
you kill a
it's not
Kerbin,
like
you're doing it wrong because that's the name of the planet.
It's not like he left them on.
No. The name of the planet is Kerbin.
Yeah, you said you haven't killed a single Kerbin.
No, I haven't killed a single Kerbal
On this,
Okay, that's different.
on this mission, but they might die of old age by the time I'm done. It's T plus 146 days. But the good news is that now the orbit degrades by 500,000 every time I go around.
They don't need to eat or anything. They'll be alright.
Yeah, well, hold on. Red, explain how the orbit degrades.
It's skimming the atmosphere.
having to get out and push.
He gets out and pushes with the.
I was pushing the bitch, and I was able to save myself from waiting a whole million, but it was so risky. I decided, yeah, the fact that I got back was pure luck, so I'm not going to do that again.
It's hilarious.
You literally got out and EVA'd and pushed.
Yes.
push me.
I got out and I started pushing. I was like, unfortunately, there's no roadside assistance for spacecraft, so fuck.
Thank you for calling OnStar.
Yeah, thank you for calling OnStar.
I'm sorry, you're kind of screwed.
Thank you for calling
you're kind of in
Progressive Roadside
orbit right
Assistance
now.
provided by Azuro.
Oh, incidentally, for the sake of the regular viewers, I've gotten my exploit issue squared away. We will be running with a regular interface next time.
That work? Oh, Pothead Canadian, how's it going?
Hey.
Let's go
Hey,
with it.
Paranor.
Hey, how are you?
Good, and you? How's it been?
Well, yeah, it's been a rough day, but it's a day.
Have a day.
Yeah. No, I got my MRI results back.
And
And absolutely nothing found.
so, but
Well,
no,
good and
that's
bad news.
That's not what I'm asking. Is it a boy or a girl?
Yeah.
That's ultrasound.
But unfortunately, what it does mean that it's more my borderline personality disorder, which is causing a lot of issues than actually something physical damage. But so it's a pro and con.
But we like your personality disorders.
Yeah, well, I'm proud to be a
Well, at
madman.
least we know your brain's not falling out of your head.
Now it feels like it, and I've attempted quite a few times to at least bash it out of. Hello, Christina.
Hi.
Fancy meeting you here. Long time no see.
I know. It's like it was only yesterday, which technically it was yesterday.
Well,
Oh, at least where I'm at.
your time zone, yeah. And we're live, yes.
Yeah, we are.
Hey, everybody. Hello, audience.
I heard somebody yawning. That's cruel. Don't get me yawning.
It might be cruel, but it is far from unusual.
Don't got it too late.
And you can't be Yanni, you're not Greek.
No, I'm not. I'm German. It doesn't work.
I actually managed to be pretty good today. I went almost the entire day without smoking and just using the e-cig here and there. And then my wife got home, and I immediately started getting snippy needlessly and said, "Fuck it, give me a cigarette."
Apparently, marriage does that to you.
No, it was more so I was fine because there was nobody else that I was cohabitating with at the time.
Oh,
Yep.
There was no-
alone time.
Only had yourself to bounce.
Yeah, and I was even ignoring the people on the server today.
Yeah.
Oh, you ignored them so much you didn't even know that I wasn't there.
No, I asked him, "Are you free for a call?" I go,
There were tumbleweeds.
"Yeah." And then he logs out, logs in, logs. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Having technical issues.
I know.
Not really. Not really. It wasn't even technical issues. I was just goofing around. I managed to get myself killed by teleporting at one point, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right.
And I spent all day building a staircase.
Yeah, the teleport feature is fucked up right now. It's been teleporting me into the floors.
You better get new cords.
I don't know. No, it's not the coordinates.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
It's
how's this?
teleporting me inside the half slabs.
Teleport yourself
Yeah.
a block and a half or a block above where you want to be.
Yeah, that'd be smart. That's expecting too much from me right now.
That does work. I adjusted all mine, too.
Cat, you still gotta wait an hour before you get your food. Meow.
Always
Oh,
talking back.
what?
Listen,
And we are officially boring the crap out of people. Yay.
Oh, no.
I'm getting close though.
Suddenly, Cat.
The next topic, though, for Power of Woo is apparently going to be astral projection.
Oh,
Mhm.
really?
Oh.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be, but it's going to be. I'm going to, I think, start on 6 and kind of abort 5, because 5 was going to be random stuff, and I forget what most of the random shit was going to be.
Mm.
I mean, I covered the inherent gender crap within the whole New Age shit with this whole male-female energy horseshit. You know, because we ascribe to it whatever bullshit properties they want to, that, well, males are this and females are that, and yeah, stereotypical horseshit. It's all societal crap. And then I went on and dealt with the Indigo Children horseshit a little bit, and yeah, that's kind of boring. And there was a third that I was going to deal with, which I don't remember what the fuck it was. It was another one of these stupid little nonsense
I
things.
have a question, Ethan.
Need a real
Has,
topic.
have anybody who's ever had a so-called indigo child had their kid now grow up, become an adult, and realize how tough the world is because they don't live insulated in mummy's little bubble anymore?
I really think that's what. I think there's a lot of kids these days that are these self-entitled little douches running. Actually, I wonder if that's where most of the social justice warriors came from. Honestly,
Definitely an influence, I'd say.
Could be. You know, all these little
No,
self-regulating.
that's something you could put on your Tumblr page.
Don't do Tumblr. I've got Twitter, which is almost as bad, but not quite.
Yeah.
Spider.
And incidentally, for anyone who has played the game, what is it? Plague Incorporated or Plague Inc. Evolved, which is the version I'm playing. I'm going to make a quick statement pertaining to Twitter, and let's see. Now let me do a quick screen share here.
Victory!
This
How
is
long have you been trying for that?
like Tumblr and Twitter.
Hey.
Granted, with Tumblr, it would have to be a zombie plague.
Well, yes.
And Redline
I'm
is
just-
approaching the planet again.
I'm just at the drawing again.
Oh. By the way, there's a message from the comments. Just when my insomnia was subsiding, shakes fist in the air.
Oh, I saw that. If you choose to watch the shuffle when you're suffering from insomnia and keep yourself awake with it, that is entirely your own responsibility, not mine.
We claim no responsibility.
Nope.
In any aspect or any problem that you may have.
Well, I usually don't schedule shuffles because it's a matter of when I'm suffering from insomnia, which I'm technically not tonight. I could sleep at any time. I just am choosing to stay up.
39.
Well, that's actually more my fault. 13 just wants to stay up so he can laugh at me for fucking this up. I mean, royally.
But I managed to land on the moon, or whatever the hell it was you landed on. I'm going to get back. I'm going to get out and push the bitch. Yep. Yes,
Hey, I did. I got out and pushed
by
the bitch.
pushing.
Yeah, he did.
We started off the hangout just as he was trying to push the ship toward the planet because he's out of fuel.
I am currently relying on the atmosphere, which really isn't doing much right now.
Yeah, your entry trajectory is going to be shit, man.
Let me see where I'm at right now.
Well, you're also
Traveling through
relying on
space,
gravity.
preparing to die. That's where you're at.
1.3 million. I got...
By the end of the hangout, we might find out whether he crashes after all this waiting or not.
If I crash after waiting all this time, I am going to lose my shit.
And we are going to laugh at you. This
Oh.
Yeah, because we'll all be here to witness it.
Yep. If somebody's going to have an epic level failure, there must be
I will
witnesses. There must be
totally lose my shit.
Yeah, I totally have I totally white boxed the shit out of you just so I can watch this.
Well, it's like 40 minutes to wait, but...
I'm
don't
at
know.
T plus 148 days. Jesus Christ. These Kerbal should be dead by now. What the fuck?
Well, they don't age or anything.
It's not the aging I'm worried about. It's more like, I don't know, like food, water, that kind of stuff.
Oh,
But the
perfect.
Astro
You should know that.
You know, only one of them got to get out and at least stretch their legs, for fuck's sake.
Well, don't you know they all have cheat codes for infinite food?
No, the Kerbals have cheat codes. Okay, I get it.
Oh, I see. Cheat my way to victory. Fuck you.
What's more pressing is where are they going to store all the bathroom?
You
Well,
know
they
what?
don't eat.
I figure they are at that point where they're eating their own feces and drinking their own urine.
Give it a couple more
Right.
days, they'll resort to cannibalism.
Yes.
They've taken Bear Grylls into space.
There'll be one delusional Kerbal saying, "Eat this, for it is my..."
Well, yeah, this is probably going to take a while, but I'm going to keep time warping till I can't time warp no more.
That whole feces thing reminded me of Caddyshack.
But yeah, I finally did make it home, so there's no more wind.
Ah, so that's
Yay, Boom made it home.
so you were on the wind. You found your way home.
Yep.
Actually, I shouldn't pick on you. I had a problem with that for a while.
Yep.
NA.
Well, I ride a scooter, so I was on my scooter.
And he told all his friends that he has a scooter.
Oh,
Yes.
you ride a scooter? I'm so sorry.
One of these days, I'm determined to get back full use of my middle finger.
Yep.
Not yet.
And one of these days, Boom is going to look up what it means to ride a scooter on the internet and realize that we're actually laughing at him.
Yeah, it's kind of like the episode of Eric Carmen. I just want you guys to know that everyone thinks you're total fags, okay?
Now just remember, Jared from Subway wants to give everyone AIDS.
Yes.
What?
Oh, you never saw
Subway
it.
wants to give everyone AIDS.
South Park reference, not that AIDS. The
Oh,
other
okay.
assistance.
Yes.
And we're not going to rest till everyone has AIDS.
Yeah. Because that's apparently how Jared lost all the weight, was with AIDS.
Yes.
Well, there was an unfortunate named diet supplement when HIV was discovered.
Yeah, there was. That
Probably
that was kind of amusing.
What was it, a diet aid?
Yeah, it was called AIDS. AIDS or something like that.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, let me look it up.
Whoa. Well, there's now an energy drink called Pussy.
What?
Yeah, there's an
Yeah.
energy drink called Pussy. I wonder what flavor it is.
Where do you get all your energy from?
It's albatross.
It tastes like albatross.
Probably does taste like albatross.
You're like, what flavor is it? It's some flavor.
Seabird.
You get chalk ices with it.
Flavor.
Pussy energy drink. It's made from the best liquid on this planet, if you know what we mean. Giggity giggity.
Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Say no more. Say no more.
Oh my, I did better than find an article. I actually found a commercial for AIDS. There's a bit of an intro to it, but there's the link.
I'm going to skip that one. We are not broadcasting that one.
Head on, apply directly to the forehead.
But I did get XSplit figured out earlier. I just didn't do it live. I did it unlisted off air. Well, on air, but off, yeah, whatever, unlisted, so that, if it did fail, nobody'd know it but me. And the test went successfully, so we should be streaming normally with proper chat box coming next time.
Yay!
There is that. Because
Yeah, next time.
that is my favorite, one of my favorite things.
Yes.
Okay. According to
What
my
was the
math, I
issue?
only have 3 more orbits, and they should be good to go.
I don't know what the issue was, but reinstalling it worked, and it seems to be streaming fine without stalling out now. It's actually a new update from the last version that I was running that kept stalling out. So.
Right. Sounds like it may have replaced a DLL or something. Updated one.
No fucking clue, but all I know is it's working. So who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Gift horse, mouth, not looking.
Exactly. Let's just ride.
It also means I'm probably going to be making a new video interface to go with it, because the old one's is getting a little stale. So.
No more Baldur's Gate.
Well, no, I'm still going to keep that because I like having that on the side. But that main window, I'm probably going to put in the one that I had been using because I didn't save that version of it. So I'm probably going to put that one back in with the big screen and the little screen and all that crap again.
It's the studio shot, wasn't it?
Because that one was kind of fun. I also have to reconfigure everything for use of the puppets and this and that, which hopefully I'll be able to get back to using. But right now, my hands are, and I mentioned this a little bit during yesterday's shuffle, my hands are still a little bit out of sync in terms of trying to do the puppet thing. It's you got to sync up your hand movements with your mouth. And the weird thing was my left hand was affected during the stroke, but my right hand the reaction time's a little bit slower than it should be as well, because for some reason the left being screwed up is throwing off the right. Something about mirror neurons, most likely.
Yeah.
It's just kind of weird because the left is really out of sync and the right's just delayed.
Well, I know you couldn't do it real time, but you could piece together video using one hand, 2 puppets.
Well, actually, I'd have to do each one individually. The thing is, though,
That's right.
it's a matter of getting the mouth to move in cooperation with what I'm saying. And I did work for a while to try and get that down, but at the same point, there is a little bit of a lag there. And when there's a lag there, I tend to put extra beats in as well.
Yep.
And the kicker is, right now, she's not even looking at the screen.
Actually, all we're seeing is Kerbal's orbit right at the moment.
Oh well, that's true, but nonetheless, skeptic is.
My favorite.
Yeah, she was wanting to adopt him or something. She said at one point.
Oh yes, he's so cute.
I'm
actually next week. I'm ordering a blonde cheerleader puppet to turn into my flashy boom boom puppet.
Cool.
Boom boom.
Yes, Troy mentioned that I need to put a rod in the front because I'm going to take the cheerleader costume off and give her a leopard print corset, and we have to have something underneath the boob cage so that when I do boom boom, I have an extra rod to make her boobs bounce like I can do mine.
Oh, that's horrible. That is just good grief.
So it takes a stick to make boom boom.
Yeah. Well, actually, a stick would do it, but also you can almost put a mechanism inside, depending on how you have it set up with a hand motion. So if you are going to have like a thumb free or what have you, so you could just twitch that finger and have a string basically or something connected around that finger with a loop that you could just sit there and twitch the finger to get the boom boom too.
Yeah. The hard part though is where I lose control in this hand from all the nerve damage I've had. So it's I gotta figure out something that isn't going to require a lot of fine motor.
Yeah. Well, that's
because sometimes I can play my 12-string guitar, other times I can't because my hand just won't. It's like, come on.
Yeah, that was the thing is I started getting back into playing the bass to a degree, and then we got the dogs, and because the dogs and them being pups and them wanted to chew on things, I had to put that up for a bit. Then I had the stroke, and now I'm like, I can't even hold down the strings on the bass.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get back to the point that I could, but even then, the fine motor skill is pretty much gone. One thing people don't really notice is that in terms of the hand movements, these two fingers are really well linked, and it's almost like a clicking movement. So, I mean, just doing this is actually a good amount of effort. The natural tendency is just actually just kind of almost a click of the fingers, just going donk, 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 just like that.
Yeah.
It's weird the way that we're put together, and we don't even think about it because we just do what we do.
Yeah. I'm just outlining with some ink right now, so that's why I keep looking down and getting so focused.
Yeah, I'm considering doing something a little bit different in a couple hangouts at some point, and just doing some straight-up storytelling. Seeing if I can get my brain back into that, and just kind of doing it live, and seeing where it goes, and if I fuck up, I fuck up. It's kind of going to be kind of a piecemeal thing. It's episodic anyway, so to hell with it. I'm also online going to be telling it in one order, and then if it gets written up properly, it'll be told in the opposite order, more or less. Which, in saying that, Paranor should know exactly what I'm talking about already. Because this one's not sci-fi fantasy. But we will see. I don't know. All I know is that I have to try to get my brain back in the game to a degree in terms of trying to get back on track with that kind of stuff, because I don't feel like letting people down again this year like I did last year when I skipped the Halloween installment, which had become a tradition on the old channel.
Right.
So I'm going to have to make sure that I'm in mental condition to be able to do my Halloween story this year, and I'm going to figure out what the hell I'm going to do for it.
There's a lot of things you can borrow from Moo.
Well, yeah, I suppose there is, but it's a matter of what I come up with. Some of the ones that I've told previously were actually true stories, just with a little bit of a spin.
True stories always make the best.
Oh yeah.
Well, I've certainly had a few. I mean, I've had my share of bizarre experiences. I think most people have to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
Now, being able to quantify them and explain them, and so that you know what's the hell's going on and this kind of stuff is great, but sometimes it's better to just kind of tell them with that bit of mystique and then give the straight dope.
The nice thing is you have the voice to be able to do that. I mean, it's so much fun listening to you that if you did something that was kind of spooky related and stuff, you could pull it off really easy.
Well, part of it is trying to draw the person in, and you have to almost sink into that beta tone to try and really get into their heads with that, and that's, I don't know, I guess I have a talent for that. I don't know, I've been told I do. Or more so, I should say, I've been accused of doing it on numerous occasions, predominantly back when I was dealing with COS, actually. I used to have fun with that. I sit in there, somebody like, "You're using beta tones." I'm like, "Shut up."
Yeah.
One of them might look that up. Not likely, but they might. But that requires Google Foo. Oh, and to the folks viewing, if you'd like to come in and join the conversation, feel free to. The link was actually posted earlier.
Yeah. How I got here.
We don't have all that many viewers tonight. Tonight's kind of a slow night because there were hangouts out the wazoo earlier between Talking Shit Tuesday and the after Talking Shit Tuesday on Xbox's channel and all this other stuff. There's been a lot of hangouts.
Yeah, Eve had a hangout with Dragnot. Apparently Gus had a hangout.
Yeah, I like Dragnot. I'm glad that he's back out there.
Yeah, actually, he was saying the night was young, so if somebody throws him an invite, he might show up.
No, he should have got one. He's on my list, but we will see. He also has like family and like real life stuff.
Yeah. And now school.
He's in between classes till next week, though. So.
Good stuff.
It's always fun when he starts railing against G-Man because one of the big, everybody has their pet issues, and one of his is education, particularly within minority demographics.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
And G-Man's kind of the poster child for ignorance.
Uh-huh.
Pretty much.
True story there.
Yep. Well, I don't think there are many people that would even ask me why I'm saying that.
No. Oh.
More, please.
In of itself.
No, we're not going to.
Please, no more of that.
Huh?
I asked you to stop.
Actually, I really did get a kick out of the whole thing with Captain Osimo. Oh, did you miss that one, Redline?
What? The whole come be my slave for a thing?
Yeah, Captain Osimo actually had Phony Beetle Maniacs visiting him for a little bit of a while, and
yeah, I saw that.
Gary, so he was doing some videos with his slave Gary.
I remember that. Actually.
He blocked him over it.
It was that was funny shit. And I go, yeah, I have him sweeping up in the back, and he just pops in the frame. And you see him sweeping really quick, and he goes, "Quack like a duck." I said, "Quack like a fucking duck." Quack like a fucking duck.
That was funny.
It was great. That was some awesome shit right there. You know, because everyone knows that G-Man wouldn't be, ballsy enough to actually take him up on his little offer. So he improvised, and I fucking love it. I downloaded it and everything, just in case it got flagged. That way I could mirror it almost right away.
I don't think it got flagged, but at the same point, get the other Gary. We refer to Phony Beetle Maniacs as Good Gary and G-Man as Bad Gary.
Yeah.
Bad Gary, of course, blocked Captain Osimo for, oh no. It's like, dude, it's a joke. Get over yourself.
I said, "Quack like a fucking duck."
And more so, I'm wondering if G-Man didn't realize that, yeah, he's not the only person on the face of the planet that actually has the name Gary.
Yeah, I know.
Well, doesn't SpongeBob Snail have the name Gary?
I know.
Yep.
Ow.
And it might be worth noting that SpongeBob SquarePants' Snail Gary might have more intelligence than...
Yeah.
Actually, yes, he does, according to a couple of the episodes.
Yeah, and in his dreams. In his dreams, yeah. There once was a man from Peru that dreamed he was eating his shoe. As he woke with a fright in the middle of the night, he found that his dream had come true. And that was from Gary.
Huh.
Did you think my shell was full of hot air?
That's really frightening that I just admitted I watched that.
Yeah, you might. Well, hang on. It could be worse. You could watch Spirit Signs.
No, not Spirits. No, not that piece of shit. No.
I just
have to. I have to. I have an excuse. For the sake of the videos, I need to go through that crap.
Well, I guess I have to do the same thing with Duranism because I'm currently halfway done with the script, and then I got all the slides done, so getting there.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
All right, I got a question here. Why is it I found Spirit Science almost 2 years ago when he was making his crap, and no one seemed to notice until now?
Because somebody pointed it to the attention of somebody in the community that decided to make a video about it. Then I looked into it and I said, "Oh shit! I used to kind of be into some of this shit, but not the stupid crap these idiots are into. I actually understand these principles instead of just reading some book by some whack job. And why the fuck not? I might as well go after it because I'm familiar with the topic." Of course, recently after the stroke, there was some cognitive damage, and I found myself watching these videos, going, "Wow, so this is what it's like watching this shit for everyone that isn't me." Because I was just sitting there, kind of like drooling, listening to it, going, "Huh? What?" Because I couldn't fucking follow it because of brain function issues at the time, and I'm sitting there thinking, you know, I'm probably better off.
Yeah.
Ignorance can be bliss sometimes.
And ignorance can be absolutely hilarious.
Well, I mean, the thing is, back when I was doing the shaman thing, so to speak, back in the day, and it's funny because I've since come across some people that are like going around, I mean, you know, shaman, da da da, and they're using it like it's supposed to be some big fucking deal. To me, it was just like, to me, the notion of walking the shamanic path was, you know, trying to be in quote communion with nature, meaning being in touch with nature, you know, going out there and crunching your toes in the grass and that kind of stuff, not going up and going, "Oh, the tree loves me." None of that weird shit, you know. It's just
No, not that weird. No.
No.
It's basically becoming part of this planet and realizing you are part of this planet.
yes, I'm part
Period.
of the
The whole
ecosystem. Congratulations, you know, just like everyone else. Not this whole weird mystic horseshit thing that, you know, the Earth is waking up. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that stuff doesn't make any sense. I did a video recently about how is it that we start creating deity myths, and, you know, about one that I created when I was a lot younger and actually had considered that God had some sense of reality to me at the time, and I said, so how is it that we go into creating these myths to begin with, that they become a religion later on? And somebody did respond, well, you know, the old gods, there's people that say that those are aliens.
Well,
like,
you see,
Well, just come to my channel and you'll learn that they're tulpas.
well, you see, when a mommy deity and a daddy deity love each other very much.
You see, when Zeus comes into a woman...
Christine.
Yes?
I'm speaking. Vincent, you're referring to Mormonism.
You know, I knew it was fucked up. I didn't know it was that fucked up.
Actually, Mormonism does have that.
Yeah, this is the part that the Mormons don't want to talk about and don't admit that they have a book that mentions all this crap.
Hang on, though.
Well, it does.
Hang on, though. Here's the thing, though, because much like with things like Church of Scientology and some other things, it's considered a higher level teaching. Most of the younger people that are involved in this have never heard of it anyway. You have to get to a certain point within the church before you even learn about the weird, you know, you're going to have your own planet and that you're going to have to populate with you and your... Yeah.
Yeah,
You realize that a lot of that stuff was all written down before space travel.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it was kind of still mystical. You write that crap down.
There we go.
You just look like an idiot.
Well, actually, the
Hey, 13, we're coming in for a landing.
Yay!
The kicker is with the new age stuff now. They're claiming that they're speaking to aliens on other planets actively through astral projection or whatever the fuck. And that's, channeling and all this other shit. And it's, it's just stupid shit. But it's fun because, so the alien, and I tried to trace back where some of this comes from, and a lot of it goes back to this one guy that, as a child, was claiming that he was going out into the woods, just wandering around the woods, and while wandering around the woods, these aliens came, landed, and started talking to him, and it's like, yeah, this kid started telling tall tales and started believing him later in life.
Heathens.
It's,
Did the aliens happen to offer the kid free candy?
No.
Okay.
I forgot who it was, but it was this guy in the 1800s who lived in India. I'm pretty sure he's the one who started most of this.
I've not tracked it back that far yet.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but
Well,
that's,
this particular guy that I did track down, though, was this origin of where this whole Palladian bullshit came from.
Ugh.
Did
Yeah, the
he
main
also
astral
happen to be
projection.
told to go find a book?
No.
the astral projection bullshit is mostly from the 1800s.
Oh, okay. The astral projection itself. Oh, okay.
All I was
Yeah.
saying is that the alien encounter that you were describing sounds a little bit like the Book of Mormon.
No, this is not the Book of Mormon thing. This is actually this individual that I think was Norwegian or someplace in and around there, Norway, Denmark, somewhere in and around there, that claimed that while he was wandering around in the woods, the aliens would come and visit him, and he would tell these stories to everyone he met, and they, of course, just patted him on his head and sent him his.
Well, yeah, because everyone in Iceland still believes in fairies. Okay.
Well, that's Iceland. This is
Or the elves. Close enough. You're still up in there.
I've got a question. Then I've got a question, Abram, and Shadow. The time you said, Abram, you said India it came out of.
It was some white guy, I believe, who moved to India. Yes.
Okay, Shadow.
We're talking the late 1800s because this could go back to Madame.
Yeah.
Yeah, late 1800s. Yeah.
Madame Blavatsky. I can't remember her name. We
I
did
can't
hang out
remember.
discussing it.
Yeah, Christina, I and you. Yeah.
The guy might have been British. I don't remember exactly.
Certainly sounds like him.
White guy, India, sometime in the 1800s. Probably British.
No, actually, if it's who I believe it is, this woman, Madame Blavatsky, ended up moving to the Americas, where there was this guy, there's this big spiritualist, who ended up having her basically ghostwrite letters to a bunch of local things to help add credence to him and his particular movement. They ended up going to India for a while after having allegedly been in India, learned some stuff there, come to America, Americanized it, fucked it up, brought it back to India, then perverted the Indian teachings pertaining to some of this crap and added a lot of their own
Yep.
shit to it.
Yeah, I think it might have been them. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they basically kicked off the New Age,
Yes.
modern New Age movement.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is this around
And
the
we
same
have landed.
time?
Yeah.
Is this all around the same time of seances and all that other kind of spiritual crap?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They started it pretty much.
Pretty much.
Well, Madame
You silly
Blavatsky.
cat! Don't fart on the desk.
Hey, 13. I got out, I pushed the bitch, and I landed.
Yep.
Yes.
Apparently, the way to land your spaceship when you run out of fuel is to give the bitch a push.
Yes. I'm gonna put an extra tank on it this time.
Just give
Or
it
at
some
least not
OCS
Jenny to
thrusters
the
and you'll
tank
be alright.
until you're done using it.
Okay, let's launch this one more time.
In any case,
Delta
Madame
4 heavy.
Blavatsky was your standard run-of-the-mill medium for a good portion of her career. But through a lot of things she started creating a little bit of a movement. Over the course of time, she ended up moving to the U.S. after doing varied travels, met this one guy, the spiritualist, helped get her name on the map. This guy apparently had some weird thing for him, and there's a question as to who was using who or whether it's a mutual usage kind of thing to some degree. And this is a lot of where the New Age movement got its start. They were also the ones that got folks like Jiddu Krishnamurti involved in the movement. Eventually, granted, he came along after her death and after her successor took over, if I recall correctly. Jiddu Krishnamurti ended up throwing away everything pertaining to their movement and becoming the anti-guru, essentially. And he's somebody that I actually follow I follow a couple channels that actually have some of his little lectures on there, because it's fun seeing somebody that was held up to be the Maitreya, I believe it's referred to as. This is supposed to be the Buddhist Messiah, Jesus Return kind of equivalent. But the trick is with Buddhism, the Maitreya isn't supposed to actually return until Buddhism is gone from the world, which is a little bit of a problem because they tend to leave that out when they decide to nominate people for these roles. But this guy was actually primed and raised up to be this, Messiah-like sacred guru character, and then later in life said, "This is all bullshit. Take back your fucking property," and then started basically preaching, so to speak, against gurus, which is, something to me that I'd have to say shows a lot of integrity. Hey, Fabio, how's it going?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Fabio.
What's up?
Hi.
Hey. Haven't seen you in a
Fabio.
while, Shadow. Hey, Reds.
Holy crap! Is that sun?
Yes, it is.
The sun is up over there. How can that be if the Earth is flat?
Well, beats me.
That's because the flat Earth red is actually tilted.
Yeah.
So anyway, Fabio, we'll see you
That
next year.
doesn't work.
Well, yeah, that's why water runs like flows. If it wasn't tilted, water would just stay like flat and level.
Please.
It's a
It hurts.
it's a wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
No, it is not a wibbly wobbly.
No, it is not. Do not blaspheme the doctor, thank you.
Blasphemy. Depending on which doctor it is, some doctors wouldn't be.
True.
Depends which arc we're in. Everybody has to build their own candidates to Doctor Who.
I gotta figure out where my sonic screwdriver is.
Just stop looking for it, and it will show up.
Yes.
Eventually.
Actually, I want my own canine.
No, you don't. Those things are
Oh,
horrible.
Shadow! Awesome.
Yes, I do.
They're horribly slow to run with.
I don't run, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Just a second, I gotta show you guys what my daughter got me for Mother's Day.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Sorry, but everybody loses besides Fabio on the Doctor Who stuff.
Yeah. I won't even move because you know what I've got. So.
Mhm, I do. Yeah.
However, we're going to actually see if we can get it vertical at some point, so Red and I can actually pose with it for a photo. Oh, by the way, we'll see you sometime next year, probably.
Salt and pepper shakers.
Likewise.
Oh, nice.
I've got them too.
My kids got taste.
My Dalek broke though.
Oh.
Yeah, he lost the suction cup, so he can't clear toilets now. No plunger.
That's okay. My daughter opened this Lego pack and got a Dalek inside of it. I'm like, I'm so jealous.
That's actually, I've got a whole bunch of them. Actually, we've got Dalek, we got Weeping Angel, we got Cybermen, including Cyber Controller, and yeah.
You can't
bunch
clear
of them.
toilets anymore, but that's not that big a deal since the toilets were upstairs anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That in Classic Who, that was how you defeated the Dalek. You went up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yep.
You also would hide behind the couch.
Yeah, they can levitate now.
Because their little machine gun things cannot penetrate the upholstery.
You mean the little weird salad whisk looking thing, yeah.
Yeah, well, it was the machine gun salad whisk, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, they were on a budget.
Not much of one.
You know the little round domes that go down the Dalek's body on the lower half?
The Dalek bumps?
Yeah, the little bumps. Well, they're supposed to be like sensor things, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, but we
They're
all know
actually-
that it's,
okay, originally
they're actually Dalek genital warts.
Okay, but do you know what they actually are on the prop? Where they source them from?
What?
They're salad bowls.
Oh, okay. As my camera goes out of focus, fix that.
Well, come on. They had put a plunger on as a arm.
Yeah. I mean, a salad bowl is pretty sophisticated to me.
Yeah, I mean, the first Dalek was just the plunger with the camera behind it.
That's true. That was William Hartnell. They were on Scarrow for the first time.
Yes.
I can't remember the title name, but it was at the end of the episode. You just saw the plunger.
Yep.
Slightly, I think they put some Vaseline on the lens too, because it was slightly out of focus, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Around the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was William Hartnell against the wall with Susan, and the other two were elsewhere.
Mm.
Yep.
Hmm.
I have good memory for some things.
Yeah. Well, of all the things I've lost. Anyway.
Crispin Natural Hard Pear Cider, Blackberry Pear.
Oh, here we go.
Hmm.
The lady's getting alcohol in her.
Welcome to Alcohol Hour.
I had a blueberry ale the other day that was actually pretty good.
Blueberry ale. That sounds horrifying to me.
Are we
It
talking
was
about beer made
interesting.
with blueberries?
It was an ale, but not necessarily a beer. But yeah.
I don't know. I usually only see stuff like that in Loki.
Yeah.
And
I haven't had Loki in forever.
and of course, there's what, 2 people that know what the hell I mean when I say Loki,
Then I'm one of them.
and I'm assuming Christina's the other.
No.
Really? You haven't gone to enough Renaissance fairs, but invited to the after fair Loki parties.
Because of the fact that most of the time I have to drive home. This year on my wedding, though, I'm having some honey mead, doggone it.
Actually, when you camp there, you'll see at a lot of the fairs, there'll be people that are going around that have their home brew that they refer to as Loki, and they will add all kinds of weird shit to it. The first time I tried out Loki, my wife and I had gone to a fair. We were camping there, and I got so fucking sick. Holy shit! I got so, but it was so good. I mean, it's like, okay, this is the mint caramel cocoa Loki. What?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. It was really tasty, but I was regretting it within 20 minutes. Holy shit, man.
Oh yeah, some people
Don't worry,
don't
it'll only make you go a little blind.
Yeah, some people aren't careful when they make that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, there's a guy I know in town next over who can make several different forms of mead, including chocolate.
Oh, yum.
This is closer to like Everclear plus fun ingredients.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Party time.
Yeah. Blitzo time too.
Didn't I think Robin Williams did it best when he did that being drunk in the Tasmanian Devil?
I don't know. I always thought his best bit was oh gosh, I don't even remember which one that was when he's in there doing the whole arm thing with the. Never mind. There are sometimes that having a very hairy arm as a prop comes in handy.
Oh yes. Nom nom nom.
Yeah. A couple of people know exactly the bit I'm talking about. I can tell by the laughter.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Brings a new phrase to the meaning num tongue.
So anyway, as I was kind of alluding to earlier and trying to pick on Fabio a little bit, it looks like Red and I might be going on vacation sometime, probably around about next summer. So we might end up going and doing the European thing.
Ooh.
Which means Italy will definitely be on the list. We have to visit the TARDIS.
You'll have to go to Blackpool and go to the Doctor Who Museum.
I don't know, we might visit D too. She's in Britain.
By the way, I think Fabio is distracted by something else. His headphones are off.
Ah, so he hasn't heard me any of these times that I've picked on him about it.
No, he had a phone call and took the headphones off. He's not back yet.
I'm just going to give up. And Red is blasting off again. Let's see if
Here's
you can
the
tell.
question now that we have to guess.
Yes.
Fabio is sitting in front of his computer. He cannot hear us, and he's doing something with the computer. Is he watching porn or football?
Let's see now.
Of course he's watching porn. Is that a
It's
legitimate
a football
question?
thing.
Hey, the answer to both those questions is yes.
Actually,
Yeah, exactly.
I see eyes moving back and forth. I see typing. A moment of mouse usage. Definitely not porn.
And with that beard and mustache, he looks very Tony Stark at the moment.
Yeah, he kind of does.
So we're agreeing then.
Oscar, you
he's
can't have
watching
my
football.
boots. Get.
No, it can't be football. He doesn't look at all excited. He looks kind of like, So I'm thinking he's reading some article on Tumblr.
Well, it could be American football, because, you know.
No.
My cat is trying to sneak over the router to see what's in the bottle.
Oh yeah.
Good kitty.
American
No, if the cat wanted to see what was in the bottle, the cat would have knocked it over by now.
No, because I keep trying to push him away, so he's sneaking up.
Apparently he's lush. Oh no.
I've never
Take
understood
the cat,
this whole.
throw the cat on the floor. Problem solved.
I've never understood the whole optimist pessimist thing. You know, is a glass half full? Is it half empty? Doesn't matter. It's going to get spilled any minute now.
You got the wrong glass.
I had one cat. I poured myself cask and cream one night, and my ex-husband, was in the living room, and I had this American Bombay that was, she had 7 toes on each foot, and very spoiled cat. She was just constantly around me all the time. And so I had this nice big wine glass, and I had the cask and cream in there, and I'd take a sip, set it down. Here she comes, and she starts drinking out of the glass. And then I'd pick the glass up, take another sip, set it down, and the process would repeat. My ex-husband's like, ew, you're sharing with the cat. And it's like, it's alcohol. Whatever's in there is going to die. I wasn't going to waste the cask and cream.
Okay, work-related. That answers that question.
Yep.
We know the drill. He's always like, oh shit, somebody's actually threatening to take me up on my offer.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yep, he is a spoiled brat. And I have to be careful because if I put my leg down, there's a chance he'll try to climb right into my lap. He thinks he's a lap dog.
Oh.
Very aggressive with the petting too. Pet me, pet me, pet me, pet me, pet me, love me. Yeah. Come on, Dad, love me, please. Yep, there we go.
My neighbor's golden retriever's that way with me. Every time I go for a walk and I pass by the house, the dog has to come see me.
My golden retriever is very lovely, but she's a fucking retard.
Wait, a dumb blonde? What?
well, here's what happens. My dog's tail wags and it hits everything, and there's the hallway that goes to my front door is very narrow, and so when she wags her tail, she hits both walls, and she gets scared by the noise.
Oh, no!
I'm like, you're making the noise. So slap, 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 gets frightened. Slap, 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 gets frightened some more, then goes right into her cage.
Oh, you bay. Well, at least it's crate trained.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I don't know what that is. I'm scared. I'm going to my cage. I'm like, are you? Oh, wow. So yeah, she's a retard.
I'm not touching you.
Are you after the bottle cap? Is that your problem, Oscar?
Oh, bottle caps are amazing for cats, yeah.
Oh, God, Mina steals every single bottle cap off the desk that she can find. She will try to steal it off the bottle that you put the cap back on.
I believe it.
I'm not touching you. No, I'm not touching you. No, I'm not touching you.
Oh.
I'm not touching you. No, I'm not going to pet you.
It's like, yes, you are.
No.
Oscar, what? What is your problem?
I don't know. I'm starting to think you'd make a good hand puppet.
Ooh.
Would you make a good hand puppet, Oscar?
You need a long glove.
No, we were actually. I was saying at one point that the most of the raccoon puppets out there kind of look like crap, so I started looking around on Etsy, and my wife takes one look at what I'm looking at, and she says, "No, just no." I'm like, "What? It'd make a great puppet." She goes, "No, you'd freak people out way too. You cannot take actual raccoon hide and an actual raccoon skull and make a puppet out of it. No,
why
that's
not?
Too much."
The mad taxidermist.
Yeah, pretty much.
What, Oscar? He's after my bottle cap. You fruit. You are such a fruit. Yeah, I wouldn't want to use my cat for a puppet. He's one of those that's unfortunately got the stinky harbles.
No, I actually years ago had a rabbit, and I was always joking that after it died, I was going to make some mittens out of it because it was so soft.
Mm.
Okay, fine, it wasn't mittens, it was handcuffs, but still.
You don't want to know how many rabbit hides I've got.
Yeah, the good thing about rabbits is if you cut the skin around the neck, the hide is really easy to pull right off.
Well, this particular one was a black and white Dutch Rex. It looked kind of like an 8-ball.
Oh.
We named him Poe. He was the source of infinite jokes. The little cage he lived in was called Poe Land. The latch on it, which he kept managing to get undone, was the Poe lock. It just got weirder from there.
Weird is so much fun.
Yep.
I wanted to name one of my cats Slarty Bird first. The ex said.
The trick is that you have to, with most animals, you need to worry about naming it something that you aren't too ashamed to be yelling out your back door.
Well, that's what the ex said because it's going. She said it's going to. The neighbors are going to hear slutty but fast.
Yeah.
We had a lot of cats when I was a kid, and we let my dad name one, and he named it Butt Nugget.
My neighbors had 2 labs called Jock and Strap.
Oh.
Ooh, that's cruel.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, kind of short.
My dog's name are Bailey, but I have nicknames for them. Callie is named Doodoo, and Bailey is named Ninja. And Ninja because she is completely uncoordinated, unorganized, and clumsy.
Hey, I have to take a moment to note something. I don't know what it is about that shop, but it looks like you've added a nipple to your planet.
Oh?
That's not a planet. That's a fully operational battle station.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
So
Except
that's
now
why
I'm
it's got a
just
nipple.
diving right towards the planet, trying to get back because I fucked up on something.
I'm
like, go back, go back.
Abort, abort.
It does look kind of like a nipple, and the planet doesn't look enough like a retarded potato for that to be accurate.
Yeah. Or flat. This is obviously some government conspiracy game.
Sorry, somebody's talking about boobs?
Yes.
There's Fabio.
He came back at the right time.
I was talking earlier about a boob named Fabio, but
I told you we had a choice. It was either football or porn.
Well, no, you'd be quite unlucky with football because we don't. I mean, in my family, nobody's watching football. So that
sorry, you lost. You chose football.
No, I said it was probably work. It looked like it was work.
Well, no, at the time when we had the 2 choices.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't pick either.
Well, I got through half the bottle, and I got that warm all over. I think I'm drunk feeling.
There you go.
There you go.
But anyway, I tried picking on you while you weren't listening earlier, Fabio, because I was saying it looks like next summer my wife and I are going to go on vacation, and you might be getting a visit.
Wow. Yeah. Cool.
Well, now that Christine is mostly drunk to almost drunk and drunk, this is now the best time to be on Facebook.
Hey Fabio, if I come over there, can I crash on your couch?
Oh, and, you can do better than that. I got a proper room for the guests, so no problems.
Don't spoil me. I might never leave.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can try. It's okay. I mean, it won't be even me the one complaining. The fact is that the room is the one of my oldest son. Is 20 years old, so you might get into some kind of argument.
Tussle.
And he's 20. I don't know how old are you, but he's 20, and
it's nothing. It's nothing a lawsuit won't fix. Yeah. Oh wait, that's not America. Never mind.
Well, the means by which we will be funding said vacation might be a little bit unfortunate, but nonetheless.
Deadly reentry. Let's see what this deadly reentry looks like. Damn.
Ooh.
Oh
stuff
God,
there.
yeah.
Wow.
That is deadly reentry right there. That's me breaking the sound barrier.
Nice that it actually has that effect.
Oh shit, that was deadly reentry. And
have your Kerbals been replaced with pancakes?
You cannot have the ale, cat.
Parachute. There it is.
Boom.
Yay.
But that's only a mono shoot.
Yeah, that's all you need when you're landing in the fucking water.
Hey, you said it was a parachute. There's only one of them.
Yeah, it's certainly not a pair.
It could be.
Wow.
There might be two in here. You never know.
What do you want, puppy? What do you want? Tell me. What do you want? What do you want?
Just wants love.
What do you want? I don't understand this. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What? What is it? What do you want? Okay, you can
Like,
go.
love me.
Sweet.
You know, Oscar, if you leave that bottle cap on the floor with the pointy side up and I step on it, I'm going to be really unhappy.
We're about to get cat ass right in the webcam.
But you should have full-length conversations with their pets.
Oh, I always do. Pets are people too, you know.
You know. Well,
I don't know, I
speaking
think
of,
pets are smarter than some
yeah.
people have known.
lock the
Hey.
camera. Why don't you?
He's trying. He's after the ale.
It's not typical cat behavior. Normally what they do when they get in front of a camera is they stand in front of the camera, turn around, and then show you their asshole. Right smack center in the middle of the camera.
That's usually what he does.
Have a good one, Abram.
Here, Abram.
He's going to be joining us on the Minecraft server, by the way.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Actually, we had him in briefly earlier, so.
Yeah. In my day, I just went off to my solar world today.
Yes.
I'm trying to keep track of my food intake for the day, so I'm sitting here on my phone really quick.
Oh, we dieting again?
I should check comments. Do we have any?
I have been steady, but it's like it's so hard when you have no thyroid function to get weight off.
Yep.
Yep.
That's okay. So all Kerbals are back on Earth safely, and I'm going to call it a day. So the Space Center is closing shop. And there goes the cat blocking. Oh, now it's gone.
There was the cap, yes.
Hey, I actually did have two things come in via Q&A, which I've been neglecting to check. And Gretchen, yep, thank you very much. And for Patrick, I posted a freaking link in with the comments. Man. Oh well.
I would personally invite him.
Invite who?
No.
What did I
That's
have
not-
today?
There we go. Questions cleared, and I should check the regular comments too. Incidentally, the regular comment section, the interactive comment section, will be coming back soon. I finally got the exploit problem that I had the other day figured out and did a test run earlier. So we will be going back to the regular comments thread in future broadcasts because we've got that fixed now. Rock on.
Hey.
Well, it wouldn't even let me start a freaking broadcast yesterday. I don't know what the hell was going on with the Google thing or what the hell was going on, but it's working now. So.
Yeah. Till the next update, anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna head out now. So Vincent, 2-week warning, got it?
Yep.
All right, good. Fabio, if I ever do come over, I will go ahead and take your offer to crash on your couch, and I will fist fight your son for the rights to that room.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to mention the 2 German shepherds, but you know that goes without saying.
Just
Oh God, I'd be curled up on the floor with the German shepherds. Oh.
Okay. Do they like cuddles?
Yeah, roll cuddles are okay. They like everything that is raw.
Sounds good. All right.
No, by the way, I'm not kidding. If you ever come, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, all good. All right, everyone, take care. See you later.
Bye.
Take care, man.
Zan, Vicon Diablo.
What's that on Diablo? What?
Vita Zane, Vicon Diablo.
Actually, Diablo 3 is kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I was just glad that they actually had the real money marketplace. That way I could get back earn back the money through the marketplace that I spent on the fucking thing.
They got rid of that a long time ago.
Oh yeah, I know, but I managed to get my money back first, so that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Figures green line shows up and chases off red line.
There can only be one.
Apparently.
I did have one of those yesterday.
I don't know. You watch the Highlanders TV series, and apparently there can be way too many.
Yeah.
Oh, that was an atrocity.
Everyone was a fucking immortal. Oh god. I was sitting there watching. I'm like, okay, fine. I don't mind this too much. This is okay. But then when they're like, oh, well, your cousin killed a Kurgan a few years ago. No, Phil.
Yeah.
And from that point on, done. That and the whole Watchers thing was such a load of shit.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of TV shows, does anybody remember Reboot?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Coming back.
Hold on. The original one, the reboot, or what they're making now?
They're making
the
one
original one. They're making they're doing a new one. Yep.
They cannot reboot. That is not okay.
Well, they already did it once.
They did, and that was...
Yeah, that's when Enzo was no longer the little Enzo and was like big Enzo with the eye patch. And you turned on reboot. It's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Well, not just that, but I mean, they upgraded from the Amiga and the video toaster at that point because the CGI was totally different.
Yeah.
They had a storyline behind that ended with the original reboot where he got locked in the Mortal Kombat game at least, but I can't see them being able to continue the story again.
Yeah, they're giving it a subtitle as well. I'm trying to find the article on it. I put it on my feed. I know that. So.
Was it like the reboot or something, or? Or would it be Reboot 2.0?
So Reboot's getting a subtitle. So what is it, Cold Boot this time? Or just Warm Boot? I need
Subtitle's going to be Factory Restore.
It's Warm Boot and Dot and what's his name got together. Here's the article on it. The Guardian Code.
Yeah, his name was Bob.
Dot and Bob are getting together?
Bob.
Well, if you call it Warm Boot, then it could be.
Incidentally, for the sake of a quick update, I still have 12 chapters to go through in the edit. My editor has been out of commission for a little bit of a while. I don't know what the hell's going on with that, so I will let people know when there's more to be known.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Apparently it's Adventures on the Mainframe. Or the net. Sorry, I was thinking of the net. That's right.
The Net was an interesting movie, I guess.
Oh, the net with Sandra Bullock?
Yeah.
Oh,
First
that
time,
sucked.
bad.
Oh, for its time, it's so dated. It's not.
Yeah.
It's like watching Hackers.
Hey, Hackers.
Hackers was retarded in a good way, okay?
Yeah. Hackers had tits.
So bad it's good.
Exactly.
Hackers had tits. Come on, far superior.
No.
And hey, it was packaged with War Games and, what's the other one? Fuck.
Hackers wasn't all things considered, Hackers wasn't all that bad. I mean, they tried to capture that kind of community in such a way that was completely stupid and idiotic. But it at least made the hackers seem more like humans and more like a little bit more activists, you know, like these horrible, nefarious people which they've been pitched at as for years, and realistically they never were. It's just curious kids that were being too nosy where they shouldn't be is what most of hacking was.
With names like Mr. the Plague.
I just want to say hello, Shadow. It's a pleasure to see you again.
I exist, or at least so they say.
You exist.
Yes.
I don't remember the name of the third movie that was packaged with them, but the Both the other two were really good.
I hated war games.
I liked war games. It actually showed
enjoyed
real
it.
hacking.
Come on.
No, they were fucking
No.
war dialing with an acoustic coupler. No, Blastine, get out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about the kid, how he was getting into machines. Like, that was legitimately how you do it back then.
You actually war dial with a fucking modem, not an acoustic coupler.
Still, I mean, he actually showed that you dialed in. He actually showed a real interface.
Yeah, but that was the low-key method. That was brute force. I mean, that wasn't the only. That was
I
one of
brute
the
forced on a
barest-
teletype machine.
Yeah.
I hacked into
Sledgehammer?
the Edina school system with one of my speech coaches.
Cool.
We got blocked from using the modems after that.
Friends who hacked into Mass Cardiac Center and found a game we could play online.
Cool.
And that wasn't even on a real computer. These are on dumb terminals.
Those things are. Oh.
Actually,
Man,
sorry,
put one.
smart terminals, very early smart terminals, technically.
Yeah, I put together a mini frame that was out of an office that somebody bought. It had a 10 megabyte platter hard drive, about two beer fridges tall.
Yep. Incidentally, there was
That's such a good unit of measurement.
Incidentally, there was a tape that came out years ago that had folk songs on it. I don't know if you can still find any of them, but some of them were kind of fun, and they had songs on it. They were all the geeky songs, like the HAL 9000 song and this kind of stuff. And one of them was a song called "You Can Build a Mainframe from the Things You Find at Home." And it was a really fun song, and they start off with the bass of an old refrigerator.
Cool.
Of course, the best is the engineer song called "Mushrooms." You can pop their head up and shoot them out the door. Feed them full of bullshit so they can't think anymore, and then you pop their heads up and you shoot them out the door. They're mushrooms. You keep them in the dark. Yeah. Feed them full of bullshit so they can't think anymore. Yeah. It was fun. Lots of weird stuff on that one. A friend of mine, that was the first sysadmin I ever dated, actually, and I heard it when screwing her. It was a thing.
Maybe he needed the acoustic coupler to send that 2600 and 800 hertz signal to start the free call.
There was no way to hang it up, you twit. You can't war dial on something that you have to manually hang up.
Yeah.
So what'd you do with the bottle cap? I'm gonna step on it, aren't I?
Well, they're not war dialing it with it because you can't hang that up either.
Okay, yes, cat, I'll feed you.
But yeah, for me, the suspension of disbelief went out the window, and I'm like, that's a 300-baht acoustic coupler. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You do not war dial with an acoustic coupler. If they so much as added something that made it look like it was hanging up the phone that he'd fashioned together, I'd be fine with that.
Well, he did actually hang it up when the thing, when the Warple called him back.
Yeah, when it called him back after, but that's not war dialing.
Yeah.
War dialing an acoustic coupler.
You don't have to hang up a phone to hang up a phone. That's all done through tones. You can send
You
up
can't.
automatically
No,
send the
those
phone.
old phones. No, you couldn't.
No, not the coupler system, not the old system.
Not with those. You couldn't. You couldn't send a tone. You couldn't do anything because the phone's physically off the cradle. So in terms of the physical hardware, you have to push down the button to hang those old phones up.
There was no software flash.
No, there was nothing you could do about it. You needed a proper modem for that. With an acoustic coupler, it's phone on cradle, and you have to manually push down the thing to hang it up. There was no tone you could send at that time period. It's a limitation of physical equipment.
I'm gonna have to look up when the blue box was invented then.
Hold on, Heathen. I have a question, Heathen. Was the phone he was using, was it rotary or a push-button phone?
I think it was rotary. I'm not sure, though.
No, the one that was the one in the room was touchdown.
You have to manually hang up a rotary phone.
But even if it was push-button, it was...
Because it doesn't have tones like a touch tone does.
Those, the old rotaries, correct.
No, the blue box showed up between the 60s and 70s. That was the ability to exploit the tone system of the phones on the other end, which would cut the call with the 2600 and 800 hertz signal and then start a new one.
Yeah, but that wasn't everywhere, you have to remember.
That guy said if he had an apparatus to hang it up, but he did not have a blue box.
No. He had a voice box.
I could forgive it if he had an apparatus to do so. He didn't. It was just acoustic coupler, phone and cradle. Dial. Dial again. Dial again. There was no way to terminate the call with his layout. The blue box allowed that to be done. Without setting yourself up with the blue box, you can't do it.
I mean, he did have a touch-tone phone in his room.
But even so, you can't set it to start a new call.
That's true. That's true.
Even though some of the tones were in at that point, or the tone system was starting to come in, the phones themselves still were designed where the cradle cut the physical power to the loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the problem right there, is you needed to terminate the power to the phone.
It wasn't until later, and they moved that to the chips. Or the electronics, I should say.
Oscar, you better let her eat. Oh, she's done.
But without a physical apparatus to intersect, it basically to be wired into it to allow you to do that, it wasn't happening. And the point at which the entire thing falls down on technology, the movie to me is just crap.
It was good in some of the philosophical or the moral aspects, especially near the end. I mean, David Warren.
Even if I try to give you that, the problem with me is that I was kicked out so mentally at the beginning of it because it's all
right, hold on. Hold on. He was using a push button phone.
Yeah.
Not a rotary.
Whether it's push button or rotary, the phone he was using, no.
Yeah.
No. It was still manual disconnect.
It was essentially the first phone they made with the touchpad in it, but it was still the same design as a rotary as far as the hang-up mechanism.
And at that point, they had 1200 baud modems out, and they were just coming out for the 24. All they need to do is hook something up there with the lights and have the tone sound.
I just want to interject here.
Using acoustic coupler.
I just want to interject here. The difference between rotary and push button was switching the red and the green wires on the telephone line in the past. I actually had to do that a couple of times.
Yeah. And that doesn't affect your ability to hang up the phone. It's a little bit of an aside, but anyway.
That's true.
I've gone on long enough about this. This is a pet peeve of mine that I've had for years. I mean,
there's certain aspects. Sorry.
It's one of the many movies that they would sit there, and this was really big deal back in the day. Is they'd have these movies that were supposed to be about computers or whatever, and then and it's like, okay, you've never even talked to somebody you looked at a fucking computer based upon what you put in this movie.
Yeah.
And around that time period, that was a commonality, is that they didn't even bother to look into the technology.
I have a question. That's how I felt about Hackers when they were navigating the Gibson. It was like flying around physically.
I have a question, Heathens. For 1983, when this film was made, the equipment this kid has in his room here, how much would that have cost?
Depends. Did he make it himself? The voice box certainly looked like it.
Well, I'm looking at the monitor, the keyboard, and whatever this box with the red and blue switches on it is.
Yes, War Games. The box with the red and blue switches. Are you referring to the actual computer itself?
It could be. I can't identify it. I don't know what it's.
They were using older technologies in general there, and as such, they probably got it a lot cheaper than it would have been. I'm not sure how much that system would have cost at that time. I know building a new system would have been anywhere between $1,000 and $2,000.
And the box with the switches, I believe, is the voice box.
Yeah, and that's just their jury-rigged thing there because, of course, they don't want people having to read the screen, because back then you had to pretend that the computer was talking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because, heaven forbid, you would have to read.
A lot of those came in kits. At the start, kind of like the Timex Sinclair.
And any kind of text to voice back then was shit. No.
Sam.
But I was willing to give them a pass on that for the sake of the audience, but not the acoustic coupler. No, they didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
But and also the way that they framed it out is, I'm taking the phone and putting it on here so that you see that this is the phone attached. Because making the dial noises isn't enough, so we need to actually show you that it's. And at that point, I'm like, okay, acoustic coupler done.
Fourth wall broken.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys!
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome to here.
Oh, Electric Company, yes, you guys.
Want to play a game?
Kizzy!
And Kizzy, no more purple.
Yeah.
You have a face. What happened?
Face, he's got a
I'm
chin.
suing the weed whacker for assault.
Christina's got the salt and pepper.
Yes, I do.
No, she doesn't. She has the Dalek and TARDIS.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I have a question though. If the TARDIS goes away and comes back, is it then the retardis?
Oh.
Boy. Or is that just what happens when you watch a G-Man video?
Yeah.
Last thing mentioned was G-Man, then we hear backdoor. I'll let you draw your own conclusions. I'm getting more coffee, bear back.
Any question as to whether I have a security system or not? And why do I have it? Tax break. Well, actually, it's more so insurance break, but still.
Yep.
Because the payments on that are a pain in the ass.
The ISP I work for is getting into home security a lot lately.
Oh, here we go.
No. No.
The computer from War Games was an IMSAI 8080.
Fucked up, man.
That's the box with the blue and red switches.
That's really weird. I've never heard of anyone having allergic reaction to Manic Panic before.
Oh yeah, it was nasty. It was just nasty. A couple days ago, I was taking a comb and going like this, and these just huge, like sometimes dime-sized chunks of skin off of the. Oh, it was just nasty.
I've never heard of anyone having a reaction. It's all, Manic Panic's big thing is it's all natural. It's just very vegetable mineral stuff. It's bizarre.
It's probably the preservative. Because I have a problem with the some of the makeups. This mascara. I was having the same problem on my skin with this mascara, a cheap brand, and it's some sort of preservative. I've had problems with my skin in general. Like if I try to use laundry detergent that has the dye and fragrance, I'll get hives. So I have to use special detergent and I can't use fabric softeners. And there's a number of things that I've had a problem with, but I figured, well, you know, with the problems, the itchiness that I had from the Manic Panic, it'll go away eventually. It'll go away, and all it did was kept getting worse. So
yeah, that's just a bizarre one. I mean, I swear by Manic Panic, I've never heard of anyone having a problem with it before. That's interesting.
I feel like that's too sensitive.
I'm glad at first I was really upset about cutting it, and now I'm just like, I think this looks kind of good. Once the pimple's completely gone.
You even look like a grown-up. What the hell? Well, except for the nose thing,
There went the other cat.
Like fucking meow.
Meow meow lady Elaine meow.
Kazoo, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I'm the kind of person that doesn't have a problem with any fabric softeners and things like that. Is there like some kind of correlation? Like, do you have any kind of I don't know, data that says that this is the thing that I have a problem with? In other words, is there do you have a problem with all perfumes, or is it a specific list of?
It'd be a specific chemical. Lots of people have varied allergies pertaining to detergents or fabric softeners and things like that, and it'll be one particular chemical that's used and as the person has an adverse reaction to, typically speaking.
Like, there are certain metals. Like, I can't. The reason why I wear plastic frames and I have a plastic piece in here is because most of the metals, like even the surgical steel, I'll try to wear it in here, and within a week, my nose hurts so bad where the jewelry goes through that I have to take it out. So there's certain metals that I just can't deal with. So if there's any product that contains traces of metals, like, okay, antiperspirants. If I try to do antiperspirants, I break out terribly. I mean, nasty.
I get that one.
Wow.
Have you heard of the crystal?
Yes, I've used that before. I've used that before.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I used the crystal. It doesn't irritate me at all.
Actually,
I guess I'm trying to figure out, because I use some. I'm not one of those people that use a lot of cosmetic stuff. I'm trying to figure out. Is there a specific thing that you might have a knowledge of that we don't, because I use all kinds of stuff. I'm not a cosmetic. Forgive me while
He's not a cosmonaut.
Yeah, I'm standing in the middle of my computer. The reason why I don't have my camera on here. Let me turn my camera on. I'm like leaning over my keyboard because I'm trying to make my bed. The fact is that I just washed my clothes and my bed sheets actually, and I used fabric softener. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Well, like maybe you have a specific chemical or a specific brand, or I'm not sure. But I enjoy it for the fact that I use the fabric softener in my sheets that I'm about to make my bed with. I'm trying to figure out, is there anything that you can tell us that might be specific to that specific product or a specific chemical?
Well, I know that. Well, maybe this is probably TMI, but oh well. If I try to use a sex lube that contains glycerin, it burns.
Do you yet regret actually starting this conversation, out of curiosity? Just wondering.
And I'm just going to interject for a moment. It's that time. The earlier whiskey hit my head, so I'm going to bid adieu. Take care.
And please step out in the lube. Make sure not to slip on the way out.
Wait, hang on. I have to share this one before you go because it's ridiculous. The end of last week, I read in a news article where in Syracuse, New York, a couple ended up in the hospital because they accidentally mistook their lube for or super glue for their lube.
I heard about that.
That's an old joke.
No, it wasn't even a joke. Like, it was an article. It was
It's a sick joke.
Yeah, I've actually done that once.
And by the way, Christina, thank you for earlier. You were marvelous. Do it again.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. Well, as long as I'm home and not working.
All right, take care, all.
You too.
Bye, man.
Yeah, motherfucker.
No, I wish I could get some sort of a test done that shows what chemicals I react to, but the only allergy tests they ever have are ones for, there's mold and there's different kinds of plant material and things like that, but I've never...
Yeah. They don't tend to test for the more obscure things. Because why the hell would they? If they're not typically going to get a reaction. And the thing is, there are people, there are some places that do more comprehensive testing, but even then, it's still limited as what they're going to test for, because there's so many different possible chemicals out there that somebody could have a reaction to.
Kazoom, you react bad to glycerin, you said?
Yep.
Do you have a lot of potassium in your system?
Sometimes I've been low on potassium, so.
Huh.
Well, in any case, though, there was a gal that I dated years ago that actually had an allergy to an allergy to steel, and this was really fun when she ended up having to go in for surgery at one point, and they insisted on using staples, and we told her, no, she's allergic to steel. Oh, well, this is surgical steel. She won't react. Yes, she will. They didn't listen. Lo and behold, massive infection. Surprise, surprise.
Ugh.
Do you guys know if there's an allergy test for DMT?
Not that I'm aware of.
This troll account, is not amusing me. Fix that right now.
I'm Alex Jones. What?
That picture is disturbing me.
Okay.
I'm not amused. Fix that.
Okay, fixed.
Oh. Didn't even give him a chance to be amusing.
Oh, well, he was declared to not be amusing, so therefore, gone.
Therefore, now is the time when Sprockets where we dance.
His voice was a bit too forced anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't get to hear him rail on how, we're all part of the Illuminati and all of that shit.
No, you
don't understand. I have to prevent that because as a card-carrying member of the Illuminati, I do assert that the Illuminati does not exist.
I guess what I'm trying to get at is,
who the hell was that now?
Is there a correlation between, in other words, the people who actually have allergic problems? Is there a correlation between that and?
Greg,
let me see if I can sit down here, while I'm making my bed.
Pat, point. Come on.
Spit it out.
I'm trying.
Yes, you are.
In other words, I don't have a problem with allergics and stuff, but I don't want to belittle anybody who has those.
We're losing viewers. Come on, Patrick, spit it out.
So, is there a correlation to the possibility that people who have the affinity to avoid all these chemical things, and the fact that they have allergics to those things? In other words, if you didn't expose yourself to those things, are you allergic to those things?
Are you asking if people are allergic to things because they don't normally expose themselves to them?
Yeah, I think so. I think that might be right, Shadow.
No, that's not the case. If somebody's allergic to something, they're allergic to something, and many people go through their lives without knowing they have an allergy until they are exposed to it.
Mm-hmm. I found that out with medications I've given to patients when I've gone into anaphylactic shock and they've had to call the ambulance, and yeah.
There's also a secondary note here, which is that on a biochemical level, every 6-7 years roughly, our bodies change to the point that we may sometimes develop new allergies or lose allergies as a result.
Yep.
I used to think that I was allergic to most artificial scents, and I would try to stay away from anywhere that had perfumes and colognes and all of that. And then last year, some of the people that I lived with were saying, no, we don't think you're really allergic to some of these things, and they'd sit there and test me without me knowing it, and I realized, oh, well, I'm not allergic to all of them. There's just a few of them that I'm allergic to, and I will get headaches. I'll get really bad headaches from some artificial scents. So.
Yeah.
Actually, sometimes the contrary is true. You might develop an hypersensitivity to some substances that you're usually in contact with. So.
Yeah.
Is there a way you can get an allergy towards yeast?
So is there a correlation to that? Is there a correlation?
No, I'm not sure. I'd have to look that one.
No, no.
Hang on. Navik, you there?
Yes.
Google food, please.
FU?
No, Google food. Are there yeast allergies?
Oh, yeah. I was actually already typing that in, then I stopped. Yeast allergies and symptoms. Yes, there are yeast allergies.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Pretty much, if there's something out there, the chances are there's somebody allergic to it.
Yeah.
So would that like cause you to be allergic to beer?
Yes.
Yes.
Depending
And
on the yeast
breads.
you're allergic to, yes.
Breads that have been risen will cause problems if you have a yeast allergy. Beers, ales, anything that uses yeast, wines.
Can it cause
a lot
a
of
rash?
alcohol is produced with yeast.
Yes.
Can it cause a rash?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
especially around the anal orifice. Like you
No, that's yeast infection. That's different. You might want to get
Hold
that.
on, hold on. Does it cause a yeast infection? Can alcohol cause a yeast infection?
No.
Yes, around the
No.
No.
We would have to ask the Native Americans about that one.
No, it doesn't cause a yeast.
It's a different type of yeast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different type of fungal spore.
Yep.
If you're on antibiotics, though, and you get a yeast infection, it's usually triggered by an imbalance in the body from the antibiotics.
Is Ballotines yeast? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
How do you spell it?
I'm not sure. It's like a infection on the genitals. I don't know if it's yeast or if it's just from not cleaning. Just
What did you call
curiosity. You guys seem like you're talking about medical stuff.
You don't have
Just out of
Wait,
curiosity.
hold on. Yeah, out of curiosity, I mean, you don't have an infection on your balls, do you?
I got like some kind of weird infection. The doctor said it was Ballotines, dude. I don't know what the hell it is. Freaking me out.
Well, let me look it up really quick. See if I can
I
find
think it's
it.
from,
Okay. There's
from
a
drinking
there's
too
a
much
cure.
beer.
There's a cure for jock itch that goes around basic military training that'll probably help you as well. It's Listerine.
Ow.
It
Yeah,
works.
Oh no!
Gonna burn like a
But
motherfucker.
whatever
But it
you do,
works.
but whatever you do, do not rip your dick off and try to make a dick strip. I cannot stress this enough. You cannot go run around ripping people's dicks off to try and build a dick strip. It's not practical. All right. Remember.
Somebody told me vinegar.
I have a dream.
Wolf, nobody does that.
But I have a dream.
I don't know, Dr.
I can't
Wahlberger
even-
did it.
I know it's a fucking reference to Aquatine on the Force.
I don't know. I don't know if you got the name of the infection right because I'm coming up with ballerina's infection. I'm like, what?
I'll look it up real quick.
That's my
It's a
fetish.
gelatinous.
An infection that makes you want to get into a tutu and dance up on your toes.
Actually, there is something like that.
Ah.
There was some weird disease that's manifested itself, I think, like 3 or 4 times in history, where people just started dancing just for no reason at all. Started dancing until they literally died of exhaustion and dehydration.
Yeah, that's what I ran into on Google search was that, but nothing related to
He's not dancing,
genitalia.
so that can't be it.
There, I pasted it in the room. Ballotines. I'm not sure how to even pronounce that. The proper pronunciation.
Valentine.
That's
Here.
a Scotch whiskey. I don't know if it's an infection, but I mean, if it's an infection, I'm seriously healed. And I mean, yeah, no cure for me.
Yeah, unfortunately, my Google Flu is not functional at the moment, other than Viproxy.
Well, now I tried that and I'm getting Valentine's infection.
I'll send you an actual direct link.
The interesting things is Ballantine's is a brand of alcohol.
Yeah, it's a whiskey. It's a Scotch whiskey.
I don't think that's related, though. I don't think that's an ailment. Unless Valentine's is poured from a scrotum, and I don't think that's usually the case.
You got
Well, I can tell you one thing, that I got some infections after using Ballantine's, but that's another story.
Yeah, we don't need to go there.
No,
It's
no,
actually
I've been
called
there.
Candida.
Candida.
Yeah, it's called. Yeah, it's called.
Yeast infection, yeah.
Yeah, but it's called Ballastinus or something too.
It's a yeast infection, basically.
But let me just offer a caveat to my earlier statement. You cannot do that ship thing unless you have an advanced degree in technology.
Well,
one of the things that you can do, did he give you any medication for it?
Yeah, he gave me some kind of weird stuff that starts with cortisone or not cortisone. Hold on, I'll go get it. This is embarrassing as all hell.
Hey, Insomnia Shuffle, weirder shit's happen.
Yep.
I love it when Wolf laughs.
I do have a shirt for when you guys ever do a shirtless shuffle again, and I happen to be there.
Oh, those
I'm sorry.
My shirt actually says "Try me naked."
Right there.
Okay. I just
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you need a shirt for a shirtless hangout?
I just want to make a little confession here. If
One night they had a completely shirtless hangout, and I can't go shirtless because that would violate some YouTube policies.
Patrick, go ahead.
If you eat pussy, like I've done, and that woman has a yeast infection, the man can actually inherit that yeast infection.
I heard you get cancer from
Yes.
Yeah, ketoconazole is actually a fairly common medication, and that will take care of it pretty quickly.
Cool.
So I mean, what would the face look like after, like, post infection?
Not the face.
The skin will heal up. You won't notice that there had been an infection there.
Cool.
I just had to use that on somebody's tracheostomy when they were on antibiotics. We used the ketoconazole, and it took about a week, but his skin around his trach is normal now. So it's a pretty fast acting medication.
It doesn't cause any type of shrinkage, does it?
No, it's just fine.
Okay, I'm just curious.
It's a pretty benign medication. If I don't react to it, putting it on somebody.
Whether it causes shrinkage or not, I think would depend on who's applying it. And, I mean, if they're applying the rhythmic fraction this way, it might cause the opposite.
Never thought your naked on a cold day.
I heard some steroid creams can actually cause shrinkage.
So anyway, if you have candida, the first thing you have to do is to check your girlfriend or whoever you fucked. So she probably has. And one thing you can use, there is a cream, it's called Vagisil, like vagina.
I've already tried it.
Yeah, that
wasn't
works.
strong. I used that monostat crap too. Didn't work.
Another one you might want to mix with.
If it doesn't work, I will have checked again because I don't think it's candida.
I'm telling you, man, Listerine.
I mean, it worked, but it didn't work that well. The stuff that I got right now, I took a shower in the morning, man, and it was like skin was just fluff, like coming off.
Okay,
this is
definitely
not candida. That's
well, it was like this white skin. It wasn't like
that was the outermost skin layer. You might want to see if maybe the doctor will prescribe some nystatin as well. That's another pretty benign antifungal, and that works really well.
You can also it was like fresh skin.
Listen, I don't want to sound, because I'm not a doctor, but if the guy has literally skin falling out of his dick, I don't think that's something which is, might do the case. I would go to the doctor.
It wasn't like layers
right
of skin. It was like one little layer of this white skin that was peeling off, like glue on your hands,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's coming off your dick. And that's not supposed to be.
I was actually happy about it, though. It was like a good thing.
Okay.
No, actually, that's the time to see the doctor.
As long as you're not as long as you're not going gold member and eating the skin,
But I seen the doctor. I seen the doctor. He gave me this, and he told me to put it on. As soon as I put it on, the skin started falling off, and it looked all fresh and pink afterwards. So I think it's a good thing.
Dude, what the? Why you
change doctor?
Hang on. I'm
Go see another doctor. For fuck's sake.
You are so weird, but
wait. I've got to point something out just for the hell of it, because there's this little orange light up here in the corner that does say.
I already know. I don't give a
sure
shit.
You're aware that
Look, I ain't the type of person that cares about that type of stuff, man. I got 1,000 and some odd subscribers, and it's for a reason, bro.
Dude,
I got over 1 million views.
Go to a freaking dermatologist. Go to a freaking dermatologist and freaking help them with the
Yo, the dermatologist
skin
gave me
tripping off your junk.
Subway, eat flesh.
Soylent Green.
How about that?
The new white meat? What?
Yeah.
The other
I
need to go see somebody who's got a degree in technology, man.
There is a time,
Jeez.
even as guys who don't want to see doctors, there is a time when you start having certain problems that you have to say, "Gee, maybe I should see a doctor."
Yeah. When dead skin stopped, when it starts chipping off your junk, that's the time. Hey, doc.
Yeah.
You guys are missing the whole
this
point, though.
happening,
Is I've
this is
already
not
seen
weird.
the doctor. The only question I was really asking you is if alcohol could maybe be the cause of this.
No,
And
no,
if this
it's
cream
not.
right here.
That
Oh,
type
no.
of yeast. That type of yeast transmits by contact most of the time, or too much moisture, the wrong fabric for your undershorts, or your undershorts being too tight is another one, or not washing well and drying well enough down there.
No, I
And
heard foreskin could be a problem.
yeah,
Got an elephant trunk, such as I do.
you have to pull the foreskin back and make sure you clean under there is basically it, and you got to do that every single day, and
Yeah,
that'll
that's
help
annoying,
prevent
though.
that.
Well,
And dry it very well.
Now, technically,
Otherwise, you get smegma. I mean, you could always get circumcised instead.
Yeah, well,
I've been thinking about that.
I've been circumcised, so I don't have that particular.
You can always uncircumcise yourself later. It just takes if you want.
Can adults have circumcisions even?
Yes.
Yes.
You're gonna walk funny for a few days, but yeah.
Just as a
Is it gonna leave a big freaking nasty scar or something? What's up?
Depends on how bad your
It
doctor
does
is.
when you're. It does when it's done as someone as an infant, so it's certainly going to as an adult.
I heard when you're an infant, if you have that done, it can cause shrinkage, like it won't grow. That's good.
Not necessarily.
Is that gonna happen as an adult?
I've seen some pretty good sized ones in my career.
Well, maybe me and you should go private, and you can just like help me out.
I'm not that kind of nurse, sweetie. I can intubate you and put a trach in faster than you can whistle Dixie, but no.
Okay, they're so fun.
I'm just playing, girl.
Okay.
Catheter is even more fun.
I'm not a naughty nurse.
No, an actual nurse.
She was naughty.
No. Nobody's allowed to say the word naughty. D is not in here. D is not allowed to say naughty in the shuffle. Sorry.
Okay, I'm an Illuminati nurse.
Yeah. But the whole naughty thing, only D's allowed that because she sounds like the dirty British teacher that's going to spank you with a ruler afterwards.
So what do you guys normally talk about in this chat? Is it medical stuff or everything?
Random whatever.
Literally anything.
I'd say whatever comes up, but after the last conversation, whatever comes up might be flaking and peeling, so we'll just leave that.
Yeah.
This is what we normally talk about.
No, penises have come up as officially a shuffle. We're covered.
Do you guys talk about conspiracy theory stuff or no?
Sometimes.
No. Typically not.
It depends on if it comes up.
Yeah, if somebody brings it up, we will discuss it in like mocking terms. Yes.
Alright.
But the simple fact of the matter is, there's no such thing as the Illuminati. I should know. I've been a card-carrying member since the '80s.
Right, the Illuminati ceased to exist.
Obama, Dick of Doom. Obama,
Shadow,
Dick of Doom, 2016, ladies and gentlemen. It's
I
gonna happen.
Sorry, Wolf. My bad. Lagging.
No, I'm just warning you guys. Obama, Dick of Doom, 2016. We're all gonna be fucked by his policies. We will all be forced to take the social. Okay, I'm good.
How high are you?
Watch, dude. Don't talk. Watch.
Huh?
I have no idea.
See, my thing is, I think the Illuminati's bullshit, but I do believe in Freemasons, Jesuits, Rosicrucians, Eastern Stars, like Order of the Fraternal Eagles, Trilateral Commission, CFR, Bilderbergs.
Damn, you're getting like a list.
Eastern Star and the Masons do indeed exist. The Masons,
Yeah.
Eastern Star,
Shriners.
a lot of charity work actually.
Yeah, my grandfather was a Mason, so, well, my step-grandfather.
They exist, but the Illuminati cease to exist.
Well, they exist, but they're
Actually,
not.
the Illuminati does exist if you look up Steve Jackson Games. It's a role-playing game.
Yeah. If you look up Mark Dice, it exists too, though.
Yeah, and actually, like Freemasons, I remember Mark talking about nowadays you can be an atheist.
I must reiterate: the Illuminati does not exist.
It doesn't.
Message.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah, it is. It's bullshit. It's distraction.
Shadow, Bavaria, that's where my family comes from.
It did exist at one point in time, the Bavarian Illuminati, 1776.
Roughly, what was it, 10 years, I think, back in the late 17 or 1800s? 17, I think.
1776.
It lasted for about 10 years and was disbanded under orders of the king. It was started by a Jesuit priest.
Yeah, even Adam Weishaupt himself has writings declaring that they were going to, if they were to revive it, they were going to revive it to make it stronger than before. What makes them think that they would revive it underneath the name the Illuminati again?
There was no attempt to revive it.
There wasn't. There wasn't, you're right. But there's writings pretty much declaring that it was abolished. It was done away with.
Oh, it was under order of the King of Bavaria. And it wasn't simply the Illuminati, it was all quote-unquote secret societies. Basically, it was any men's club was banned for all intents and purposes. It was started by a Jesuit priest in response to the Enlightenment, because apparently the Enlightenment is a bad thing. So, yeah. But, yeah, it existed for about 10 years, extended as far as France. It was just crap.
Yeah, there's still people that practice Enlightenment rituals.
I'm sorry, there's still what?
There's still people that practice Enlightenment rituals, but as far as there being an Illuminati, like by Adam Weishaupt...
Well, Enlightenment rituals, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like Freemasons that practice their Enlightenment rituals, they want to become enlightened.
What is an Enlightenment ritual?
What?
I can't necessarily vouch for that, but I can tell you this: Baphomet has some nice tits.
Baphomet's irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the Freemasons.
Prove it.
I'm just saying it.
Well, I don't know whether or not the Freemasons have anything to do with Lucifer, but I do know that there are certain rituals they perform. I can't tell you what they are because I'm not a Freemason.
No, dude. My father-in-law is a Freemason. A bunch of my wife's coworkers are Freemasons. It's not.
Don't they roll up a pant leg and put a blindfold over their eye, and it's not like satanic or anything. It's just.
It's like hazing.
Yeah, but it's a ritual nonetheless. Enlightenment. For knowledge.
It's not.
It's not. It's like getting into a sorority, dude.
Yeah.
So you're just telling me it's just like
it's joining the Royal Order of Buffaloes, dude.
It's nonsensical. It doesn't have any sense. It's just
Exactly.
No.
I don't know anything about any of this.
It's like you're trying to join a sorority in college. They tell you take these cherries, hold them between your ass cheeks, and get across the room and drop them in the shot glass, or you're out.
I don't know anything about this Illuminati stuff, but I can tell you that like when I was a teenager, I had at least a 6.5-inch dick.
Somebody wants to change the subject.
Okay, so in other words, Pat, you're telling me that you're not hung well.
What? 6.5 inches not good enough for you?
No,
that's pretty fucking small, man.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now. That's about average.
Yeah, it is.
He didn't say if that was 6.5 erect or flaccid.
I was actually going to comment that it.
Come on, you gotta assume it's. Come on.
No.
Rooms.
I'm gonna admit that it was erect.
Nurses.
Are you a grower or a shower?
Grower.
Oh, look like you got someone of interest. Yeah, you got old. I'm curious there.
Ask me that in private.
Well, I'm gonna let you guys go because fiance's home. So, you guys have a great night.
See
No, if you're leaving, I'm leaving.
Take care.
All right, auf Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen, Welcome Diablo.
I managed
Night,
to say
you
that.
guys.
I managed to say that ridiculous shit when Google was still showing my lower third. Now it just like disappeared. So I have to make it disappear.
Well, yes, because you stated what your size is, and it didn't measure up, so your lower third just shrunk off the screen too.
Hey, Beyonce is.
Yeah, it seems that way, right? It seems like that's logical, right?
No.
Orifice. Yeah, I said it.
All right, it's off. It was working until I said that, right?
And the person with the rotting penis is left. That's nice. Okay.
Oh, holy crap!
What the hell was what the hell was that earlier?
Comedy.
Like a dude comes in and asks us a bunch of medical questions and like.
Well, we did have
eventually.
a room.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we were kind of on topic when he brought that up. That wasn't random, so.
It wasn't as random as it could have been. No, it certainly could have been. And I'm blaming Patrick.
I don't know if I was anything.
I'm sorry, did I just say my name?
I almost
What?
lost it there, though.
I said, and I'm blaming Patrick because he's the one that started with medical crap related to allergies and whatnot.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it was all my fault.
I blame you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But you know what? I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
I don't know. I think you ended up summoning the dude with the rotting penis.
I got this penis, man. It's flaking. You know, I don't know what to do with it.
I'm like, dude.
What the fuck was that about? What the fuck is it with this inflating penis shit? What the fuck was that all about?
Well, the funny thing is that I don't know about you guys, but if I had a condition which I've got skin falling off my dick and I'm trying to describe it, that will be pretty much the first thing I will mention. You know? not that, oh yeah, I probably have Valentine's. Yeah, Johnny Walker. What the fuck? I mean,
I don't. You know what? I don't even know what this guy looks like.
And this is what
I was
what he
making my
asked me
bed.
to
I was
bring next time. Not what he had. You know, bring me a bottle of Valentine's and I'll cure you. Yeah, sure.
I was making my bed. I was washing my clothes. I was doing all this stuff. I don't even know what the person looks like. What the fuck was he talking about, man?
His
Why
dick.
was he telling everybody this stuff about his fucking dick for?
He was telling everyone Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
The thing is, it might just be one of these.
Oh my god! Apparently, this was his way of getting. This was his way of getting free healthcare. You know, ask random strangers on the internet. Hey, I got
No,
this.
he'd already been to a doctor.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, I was busy making my bed. You know, I just washed my sheets. You know, and I was using.
Hang on. Thank you.
Just
Moderator moderates, motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, there are people that just go around. They're trying to get attention to some degree. There are also people that try to get a reaction on people, etc. Shortly before he joined, we had somebody coming in claiming to be the Alex Jones channel. I don't know these are necessarily linked, but there could be a connection there. And he could have been trying to control or see if he could have gotten us to the point of being uncomfortable or whatever. And if so, he failed. This is a shuffle. We get weird plenty of fucking times. Anyway.
I don't know.
I think it was honest. I don't think it was a troll.
No, I don't think he was a troll. I just.
I wouldn't even say he's a troll.
what the
I'm
guy
just
looked
saying
like.
he's a dirty motherfucker.
Kazum mentioned the fabric softeners, and I was busy making my bed, and I just happened to use fabric softener on my sheets, and I was like busy doing that sort of thing, and I was listening to this stuff. I don't even know what the guy looked like. It was just weird to me. This is like fucking
Patrick, this is your fault. You're the one who brought up allergies. It got weirdos talking about like their weird dicks and everything, man. You should learn.
Welcome to the Insomnia Shuffle.
I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
How many shuffles have you been in, Pat? And you haven't figured out that shit gets weird every fucking time?
I figured that out, but I still can't get used to it.
I just want to say furries ruin everything. I have a feeling it's my fault. I'm sorry.
Hell, furfag. Anyway.
We're weird. We're queer. Get used to it. Okay, never mind.
No.
Nah.
Listen, I'm alright no matter what they say about me. That's all I know.
As long as you're not using the word yif like Japanese people use the word des, you're fine in my book, Vincent.
Wow.
I don't use that word often at all.
First world fucking problems, am I right? Like, don't use a catchphrase I don't like.
How dare you use that catchphrase? Yeah, fuck that shit.
All I know is Final Soft is gonna make me sleep tonight because I'm gonna appreciate the aroma, and I'm gonna fucking sleep better tonight.
Okay. And it just got weird again.
I'm trying to make it weird. I'm doing it deliberately.
You know, fat chicks are freaks, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. That way they can compete with the hot girls that are prudish.
Yeah.
I will quote a very chauvinistic friend of mine from the Air Force. You should definitely do it with that fat chick. They know how to treat the dick because they don't know when the next one is coming.
That's right up there with it. Hey, that's right up there with it. Hey, look, that chick's got kids. That means she puts out.
Well, how many kids does she have? We know that she's put out that many times, but yeah.
Yeah.
That could have been it.
Yeah, I could say that about Mac's wife too. But
one of the weirder things I came across the news today is apparently the city of Toronto is holding an orgy. It's going to be handicap accessible.
Is this satire or is this real?
Oh my god.
It's both. It's both.
A legit news article, dude.
It's real satire.
No, shut up. It, like,
you gotta put a rub dick together.
Jeez, I'm about to lose it. It's like, God, I'm about to have a comedy orgasm.
Comedy orgasm.
Deciding whether to sit there and be prepped on the button or not.
Yeah. Okay, it's down now. Vincent, was that real or bullshit?
What?
Oh, no, it was a legit news article.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That's funny. So the handicapped people are gonna get like they're gonna get laid too, right?
I am offended.
Hell yeah.
Will there be horse ass available? Because
I don't know. There may be some.
I know Recklin's into that shit.
Say what? Who's into that shit?
I'm not the
Like
one
Recklin-
with homoerotic
Recklin-
profile pictures, dude. You like male wolves. That's what you like.
Hell yeah.
No, when have I had that?
With upside
down.
You like a big wolf that can just get on top of you and hold you down? Yeah.
Yummy.
Okay, that's funny and slightly
Okay,
weird.
this is getting weird.
You brought this to a place where it didn't need to be, Wolfgang.
Shut up! You eat horse ass and you know it.
He's taking us away to that special place.
The special place.
You guys want a dog?
Have a nice time.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about?
It's like the old adage where the guy gets in a taxi cab and says, "Take me to that special place where everyone knows my name." So the taxi cab driver drops him off at the IRS building.
Well,
I don't get it. I mean, it's. I assume that's funny, and it kind of is, but I don't. I feel like the punchline was went too fast.
Well, you're too young to remember Cheers, bro. So just go and.
I know it was Cheers. I know it was a Cheers reference. I'm just saying it's not funny. Don't you want to go where everybody knows
I'm lost.
your name?
I was making jokes, but I'm still lost.
Patrick, you've been lost for how many years now?
Oh, I've been lost for like 25 years.
There you go.
25 years and my luck is still.
Since you guys are all doctors, can I show you my arm and I'll ask you guys if I need a skin graft?
Not that kind of doctor.
I'd rather you
Not
did.
any kind of doctor. Actually, I should become a doctor. That'd be fun.
Quagmire, put your skin back on. One of us is about to freak out.
No, the guy that had his skin falling off already left the hangout.
Give a new definition.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
When someone says they're skinny.
Oh God.
I'm not even sure if I'm following.
For something. There are certain kinds of skinny you wouldn't want to be.
I'm not even sure if I'm following what was going on. I was busy making my bed.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get your order. Beavis, put that thing away. You know you're not supposed to have your penis out when you're working.
Cornholio.
Yeah, I'm a corn.
Cornholios. Thank you. Had it wrong.
Go ahead, Patrick. Make my bed.
I'm sorry, Kazoo. I'm totally straight. My asshole is a one-way
Wait.
street.
That was a never
I will not
mind.
have you in here defaming Kazum. He is not totally straight.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor.
Yeah.
Put the cookie down.
Was that an Arnold Schwarzenegger reference?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Apparently it was in, I don't know, it was in a cartoon show with his voice, I guess. Yeah.
So,
remember when I said Q you last? I lied.
So
I didn't fuck the maid.
I was on 4chan yesterday, and they actually surprised me. Someone posted, so whatever happened with that whole Zimmerman thing, and I put Zimmerman flew and Tyler knew, and somebody actually realized where that was from. Somebody got the reference.
Who the fuck is Zimmerman?
He's the one that... And
Killed
Mayor
the guy with
Tyler knew about it.
Skittles.
The guy that killed Trayvon Martin.
Yep.
Yeah, my favorite part about that was when somebody shot at him like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Lo and behold.
I actually know all about that. I just couldn't resist the sunglass thing.
Yeah, Zimmerman flew, Tyler knew. That's what happened.
Mm.
Come on, y'all should be old enough for Torque 182.
Oh, I got it.
I did all that, and Kazoom was like in and out of here.
Alec,
Let me
we
do
need to
that again.
Quick draw ejection. The airlock door is open.
This
I'm
is
sorry-
for
I'm
Kazoom.
sorry,
Who the fuck is Zimmerman?
Pat, you're boring me. Airlock door is still open.
Okay, well, whatever.
He's a squirrel. Yeah, but you know what else? You know what else? You know what else?
Thing anyway.
12 Oz mouse.
Let me check, see what our time's running at on this fucking thing.
On the real 12-ounce mouse.
Yeah. I love that show. It was basically little kids on acid, like making a story that they did not understand.
Yeah,
No.
that's about the summary of it.
Yeah, in a world that they forgot they had created.
I don't know, you know what I think shouldn't exist? Archie
What?
versus Predator.
Who?
Archie from the comics. Archie versus
Oh.
Predator. No bullshit. It's a thing.
Archie Bunker versus Predator.
That's worse. It's not as bad as Gomer Pyle versus Predator, but yeah.
What about Alf versus Predator?
Oh, Archie!
That was weirdly good. Eagle, will you stifle yourself? We're supposed to be incognitus.
I hate myself now because all I can see now is the Predator decloaking, and Archie goes, surprise, surprise, surprise! And then he got killed.
Anyone seen that Jack and Tram show? I find that to be really funny. Puppets are humorous. Shadow.
Sorry. What?
Fuck, I forgot what I was about to say. How's that puppet show going anyway?
I'm waiting on the editor. She's been a little incommunicado for a little bit.
Mm.
She's got the life shit going on, apparently.
Ciao.
Hey, you ever thought
It's
of
always
you
a
ever
good
thought of
pastime at
Homer?
Ren Fair too, if you've ever done it. Is soccer.
I remember some. You ever remember? You ever think of Homer Simpson as like a non-theist character?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I think he's kind of too dense to have an opinion one way or the other.
I don't know. I think he's sort of an apatheist. Like he's met the supernatural, and he doesn't care. He just cares about getting donuts, raising his family, hanging out with his friends. He doesn't even care about the supernatural.
And what if we're praying to the wrong
Like
God
he's all
every
like-
day? We're just going on making God matter and matter.
What? Wait, I'm no missionary. I don't even believe in Jesus. Let me out. Sorry, the plane's already up there. Oh, save me, Jesus.
Slack is money, but money is not slack. Give Homer $1.
I'll buy that for $1.
You get to drink from the fire hose.
What you talking about?
No more broccoli in the White House.
He did spend a good time in hell eating donuts. He actually almost kind of like bankrupted them at donuts, claiming that James Coco went mad in 15 minutes.
I do the crystal meth. I'm a gay. I do the crystal meth. I do the crystal meth. I'm a gay.
Okay, Cartman.
Just let your soul glow. And it also
Yeah,
silky smooth.
Hey, Shy, you mind kicking the troll out again?
Nah, I don't feel like it this time.
No more wieners.
Cartman.
It was shitty. Try harder, please.
Ooh, that wieners start Chinese penis trap. If we rub them fast enough, we start a fire.
China in a bull shop.
Gay meth face is the ID. How nice. Let's see now.
What do you get out of this?
He gets mayonnaise.
Never seen the appeal.
He says your mama.
Ooh, my feelings are hurt.
Dude, is getting laid like an option for you in your life, or is trolling your only like thing that gives you pleasure?
He says your mama.
Oh my gosh, he wrecked you. Did you hear him? He said your mama.
Your mama looks like.
Oh yeah.
Why do I feel like
no,
we had
okay, bye.
Why do I feel like we would have had
Steve, all you gotta do is
the J-Dub soundboard.
Oh boy.
Well, not even an amusing troll. Hopefully we'll get a better trolling. Really disappointing when the trolls are that.
I think this is just the same troll that's been going on for the last couple minutes here.
Oh, it is. It clearly is.
Definitely.
You think maybe it's Captain Nutsack still? Good old Spanky.
Butt flying Spanky.
I mean, I was serious about about the casual sex thing. Like, is that possible? Is that a possibility for him, or is this his only source of pleasure? And if that's
This is probably how he gets his sexual gratification. I mean, that's possible.
I don't know how much sexual gratification can you get from dealing with this lot.
I mean, I get more sexual pleasure from strangling myself than doing this.
Maybe he was
Well,
picturing
if you're
Wolf
into
and Blue.
autoerotic asphyxia, that's fine, Wolf, but I don't know why you're sharing that with
Because it gets weird on here. So.
He wanted to go to a salon and get a dick peel.
Well, he does have a PhD in dicknology.
Dicknology.
No. That's Mr. Wongberger, okay?
Dr. Wongberger. He didn't.
Yes. He has the advanced degree in dicknology. That's the only way he was able to build his building out of dicks and his ship out of dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could, if you pull the tab, you could win $1 million, but there's also a 1 in 4 chance of getting your dick ripped off.
You can't just go around ripping people's dicks off to build a dick ship. It's not practical.
Yeah.
Unless you have a degree in dicknology, in which case you build that dick ship. But there's also another way to get back to Dick Planet. You can call someone to pick you up.
Yeah. I think my favorite part was when the ship made out of dicks took off, but then ended up crashing into the building made out of dicks.
or when Shake ate Carl's dick by accident.
Yeah, at the end there.
He literally called it a hot dog on like 2 hairy walnuts.
Yeah.
And he said it was blood flavored, and but it was still good.
Yeah. I think I like the little typical Chinese guys in the frickin' monster truck with the frickin' tow rig on the back called the Ripper.
Oh shit. Or how they make Carl a woman.
Yeah, that was great too.
Yeah, this was sort of a bad idea. I get it. Like, this is just a joke. Y'all put me under, took some pictures of me dressed like a woman. Yeah, that's funny. No, you're really a woman. Awesome. Well, I'm like Nadia now? No, you're not like Nadia. Oh, well, if you find my dick, you can go hump yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a serious note, I know that not many of you don't appreciate my dry humor. But I am actually, in a scientific way, interested in the fact that Kazum, you have a problem with, a lot of different perfumes and specific, laundry detergents and things like that. I am scientifically interested because I'm the kind of person that I don't even use. Like when the allergy season comes along, I don't use antihistamines and stuff like that. Yeah, I occasionally sneeze and...
Bored. The one rule, do not bore me. If you come into troll, for that matter, come in and troll in an interesting fucking way and you might stay.
Yeah.
If you're going to have monologues, don't make them fucking boring.
Yeah.
Airlock door, open, motherfuckers.
Whoa.
Anyway.
So I did notice that Sam's up and around. If you want to invite Sam, he might bring some life to this. Yeah, Scientist Sam.
Hang on, let me Skype him.
Yeah, bring that brilliant motherfucker on here.
Trying to type. There we go. This sucks.
Yeah, tell him that there is Nephilim Free wants to talk with him.
No, he said you can't be boring in the hangout.
Not fucking allowed! Not tonight. Tonight I'm actually fucking tired. I'm not suffering from insomnia. We're also like 2.5 hours into the fucking thing. I should have ended it 30 minutes ago. But fuck.
Yeah, but if you'd have ended it 30 minutes ago, Dick Peel guy would still been here.
No, I got bored enough to actually throw out Patrick. Oy vey.
I don't understand how you can't understand that people have allergies. It's not like it's hard to wrap your head around.
Yeah. I'm really interested in
Oh, don't no. Just no.
I mean, yeah. Seriously, don't do that. That shit is fucking annoying. Like the fact he had to jerk out a fucking question about like you know I'm nervous. You know I don't know you know these allergies. Like, dude, fucking.
I think he was trying to say the allergies.
I'm more scientifically curious as to why he insisted on telling us how small his dick is.
Yeah, well, I think it was because it's got some contingent properties, and it's not self-existent. And
oh no. Maybe it isn't entirely non-contingent, but that doesn't make it contingent, you know?
That doesn't make it self-existent, yeah, I know.
I mean, pure existence must be existentially sound, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. I'm inviting you to the religious tards.
On a serious note,
All right. I'll be back. I gotta reload because I don't know. It's like the combination of the weird trolling and stuff like that has left me. I don't know, like
flaccid.
I mean, actually, I'm drifting in and out. To be honest with you, but it's not because of that. It's something else.
I just go
think it's because
we won't judge until after you leave the room.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna leave the room. I'm just gonna friggin', you know, take a break, take a smoke break, and then come back, and then you know, I'll be more like mentally speaking. I'll be more like suited to this.
Right.
please hurry, why don't you come back?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of funny. I seem to have this new policy. I have a stroke, and then the next thing you know, I don't allow people to annoy me for any length of time. Might be a connection there.
That's
Actually,
probably
no,
good.
I'm just an asshole.
You discovered that your time is actually worth something, and fuck people if they're not entertaining.
Yeah, that could be it. Of course, that stipulates that I'm somehow entertaining, and I don't know that I can accept that notion.
How does that stipulate that? There's no.
Is that World of Whimpercraft or what game is that?
Terra.
Never heard of it.
I've heard some good things about Terra, actually. Somebody brought it up today at the store.
Yeah, I used to play it back in 2013, and I've completely forgot about it. My brother started playing it, so I hopped on.
No, okay. Well, most of these games are boring as fuck unless you have somebody to play with.
Yeah.
That's real. Moistcraft. Now that would be a game. Actually, I think I played that game. It was made in Japan.
God.
Or I might be thinking about Cobra Commander. Oh, wait, two people know the reference. Holy crap. I thought I could get away with that.
Wow.
Fucked up game, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that anyone else fucking knows it. Actually, if anyone else was going to, I should have expected it to be Nodvik. And a furry knowing it wouldn't surprise me too much either.
No.
Nodvik.
Yes, KD, Nodvik.
It's
also known as the bonus Pokemon.
Okay.
Going to the old Avatar.
Gotcha.
I don't know if what the hell that was actually supposed to be, but it looked like some extra freaking weird ass Pokemon thing. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was Communist Mudkip.
Commie Mudkip, okay.
Communist Mudkip, nice.
Yes, it was Communist Mudkip, and I turned it green a couple of years ago during the whole Iran.
Would that make like Commie Kip or something?
Yes, we'll go.
Not easy being green, types Kazoom. You know, I'm a little disappointed. The last couple of videos I put up, I haven't gotten my standard individual thumbs down on. I think my thumb down trail might have actually moved on. I'm kind of disappointed.
Well, G-Man's been kind of busy lately.
No. It can't be G-Man. He doesn't actually watch anyone's videos. He just tells people to watch his.
Yeah, but he does mandatorily thumbs down people's videos even though he doesn't watch them.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, for all we know, it could have been one of, Thick Shade's, 8 million freaking sock accounts.
Yeah, it could have been.
I'm sorry, well, no.
Let's see, now, what time are we actually at for this? Because, okay, 2:45-ish, I don't know. It's not giving me the actual time. I've been doing that lately. It just shows you where you are now, and the only way you can figure out how long you've been running is to point yourself all the way to the left to figure it out.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably run about another 15 minutes. I think we're kind of winding down a little bit here, or at least seem to. I did send an invite to Sam. I don't know if he's going to show up or not. It'd be nice if he did. I did actually invite the William Chards for the hell of it, but I fully expect to be the fuck out of here by the time any of them would potentially show up.
Most of them are probably in the audience hanging out anyways.
That's great.
Yeah, has anyone watched some of those 360-degree videos yet? Even Bjork put out a video recently.
What's this?
Live. I mean, it's a video that you can move the camera around anywhere you want. 360-degree view.
Huh. That's odd. How the hell did they set that up?
Not totally sure, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be, but I don't know.
You can only play them in Chrome.
Somewhere like Google Street View, or like.
Yeah, they probably have a similar camera set up to that, but they film the whole video that way.
Huh. Interesting.
Sounds neat.
I'm trying to conceptualize how that would even be laid out. I don't know.
It would be a trip if they found some way to do that 3D.
Well, just a bunch of cameras with wide-angle lenses and then splice all the videos together.
Yeah, I mean, if they can 3D print somebody's ultrasound, they can definitely make a 3D video.
Imagine they made some movies where you have where the whole movie is that way, and you have a virtual, reality helmet or whatever thing on, so you can watch the whole movie, and it's you that decides where the camera is looking at the movie.
They had the hologram video game that was kind of like that, like back in the 90s, but that's been forever ago. Sony only made so many of those machines, and after they didn't actually make it very big, they just kind of scrapped it, like the Betamax.
Yeah. I remember the Betamax.
Yeah, it was 30 years ago now, at least.
Fuck, I remember 8-tracks.
Well, Betamax made it. It was the thing in Europe, and it just didn't make it here. And VHS didn't do well in Europe.
Yeah.
No, well, VHS is the standard in Europe.
But
this was the standard here too.
Wasn't Betamax the main thing that?
No, but
Europe.
No, it died all over the world.
Yeah.
Kind of like Laserdisc.
The only people that would like something like Beta would be French people.
Yeah.
Or possibly Eastern European.
The CCAM format.
Maybe people from Eastern Europe is where the Betamax hit it big. I don't know.
But I still had my Laserdisc player and a big collection of Laserdiscs up until 2006.
Wow.
Some of those are actually worth some serious money.
Yeah. I lost them all in a move, unfortunately.
That's rough. I lost a Actually, I've lost all my stuff a couple of times through various moves. But that's what happens when you move like 24 times in less than 10 years. So, yeah.
Jeez. The thing that I liked about Laserdisc in the 90s was that was the way that you could actually get letterboxed editions of movies, because on VHS they never released them in letterbox.
No, they didn't.
Then when they started putting out letterbox movies on DVD, I was just like, okay, well, I guess I don't miss the Laserdiscs quite as much now. But I still, you know, when the DVDs first came out, I still was at first still liking Laserdiscs better because you didn't have the digital artifacting and the MPEG compression look where, you know, that still kind of irritates me a bit, you know. I kind of preferred looking at analog distortion than the digital distortion.
I agree with that.
Now, some of these 4K displays, when you look at some of these new screens, and they'll have a special machine, you know, putting out images to them. I've been very surprised that you can barely see any of the digital distortion, the compression. They've got like some really good compression going on that. But I bet I bet when that becomes a broadcast standard, it won't look that good.
I
think it will. I think it will.
4Ks are and 4K already in it.
On like Netflix, yeah, it looks pretty good. I've watched Netflix in 4K and it looks just fine to me. Same with YouTube, depending on the video, of course.
Do you have a 4K monitor?
No. My cousin has a 4K TV, and I go over to his house and we hang out a lot.
I wonder if they. I haven't looked into it. I wonder if they have a new compression format for that.
Probably.
Well, most of the big video streamers write their own like compression stuff. They've been improving it.
Yeah, the speed at which technology is progressing is just wild.
Yeah.
Now there's some format that some people were working on that I read about a couple years ago, where they're trying to make it so it's basically everything is vectorized, so it's resolution independent, which would be pretty cool.
That sounds interesting. Sounds like it'd be kind of big though too. Like it wouldn't be
and difficult.
All I know is I live an hour away from the nearest freaking IMAX theater, and I love that.
Real IMAX or like the new digital IMAX?
No, like serious IMAX.
Well, what do you mean by serious?
It was
70 millimeter.
70 millimeter, like one of the first IMAX theaters, or not theaters, but yeah. Yeah, theaters ever built.
Rectangular screen or dome?
Oh, they have them both. I prefer the rectangular screen, honestly.
Me too. The dome distorts a lot of stuff.
Although the freaking rectangular screen has given me vertigo on more than one occasion, and that sucks.
Yep.
The first time was at Kennedy Space Center. I almost fell. And that sucked a lot.
I still haven't got to see IMAX 3D yet, and I'm really wanting to see that, because I mean I've gotten pretty close to vertigo on that. Now what would be cool is 60 frames a second 3D IMAX.
Yeah. Especially since it's the
just go for higher frame rates. 3D is garbage in my opinion.
The way IMAX does it is different than standard 3D, though.
The thing is, the way that they're doing a lot of the 3D these days, it's not, you know, that in-your-face weirdness that they used to do. It's more the depth, and that I kind of like.
Well, another thing, the reason why 3D looks like shit most of the time, is primarily because of the low frame rates. The higher the frame rates, the less it does this messing with your eyes thing.
Yeah, and IMAX 3D is 60 frames per second.
Oh.
Like, yeah, steady 60 frames. So.
So something interesting just came up on my feed here.
Okay.
1986, Muslim extremists kidnapped 4 Soviet diplomats. Kidnappers demand Moscow support for pro-Syrian fighters in Lebanon. As expected, Moscow ignored these demands. Kidnappers, in order to show they were serious and that they weren't kidding, killed one of the hostages. Moscow replied. KGB kidnapped a family member of one of Hezbollah leaders. He was castrated and killed, and the leader himself was sent a package containing body parts and a note saying that his other family members would receive the same fate. Why don't we do this?
Because we're not as awesome.
Yeah.
Because the family didn't do
Because
this
that
stuff?
would technically be considered barbaric, and we can't do that.
If their family was like all killers too or something, but I mean, their family didn't do anything, then why would we do that?
I don't know. Sounds effective.
Oh, it definitely sounds effective.
Sure, definitely.
About that.
You know, just nuking the entire area would be effective.
Well, this is why after the whole 9/11 thing, I was saying, you know, I think we should ask Russia to take care of this for us, because they'll do what we won't.
Yeah.
Nope. I had to sit there and try and measure our war boner.
So, what is it you guys are looking over? ISIS?
No, just something that I saw earlier about pertaining to how Russia dealt with some people that kidnapped some of their diplomats, and not pretty. And effective.
By the way, you might have to turn on my microphone.
You're sounding a little quiet tonight.
Yeah, my mic on the headset doesn't work for some reason. I tried plugging it in and plugging it out. I've tried changing the settings on.
Well, dude, I've maxed out your volume and you're still quiet as a church mouse.
Oh, I tried pretty much everything and still doesn't seem to be working.
Well, even increasing your volume control panel isn't doing much of shit, man.
Wow, I'm terribly sorry about that.
So anyway, cause and effect.
You want to go back to that?
Leave the room. Damn. Now being douchey.
Could have fooled me.
Right. Anyways, how you doing, man?
I changed the microphone. I put up the microphone boost. Is that better?
That's better.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That is
much
better. I cannot raise your volume any more than it is, so that is at least some improvement.
Okay, then this will have to stick.
Yeah, that sounds all right now.
Yeah.
Kazum, you got a beard cut?
Oh yeah.
Talking about this earlier as a allergic thing.
Yeah,
Suits
I
you.
had
Looks good.
Thanks.
Hang on. Faithless!
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Feeling under the weather, feeling blue.
Ça va?
Oh, bien.
Gotta bring up Faithless's volume too a little. There we go.
Yeah, with the new sound card and all that.
Yep. Been ages.
No,
How you been?
yeah. I feel these days I feel like being entertained and not doing the entertaining. Because while you've been having happy stroke fun times, my best friend has been having happy testicular cancer fun times, and I'm the only person like that lives close to him, so I'm the primary caretaker while he undergoes chemo. Anyway, but it's kind of depressing and scary. And
dude, it's been a fucking hell of a year, man. I found out just a couple weeks ago that my father has stage 4 cancer.
Well, of course he does.
And the kicker of it is that my father's kind of like, you know, I'm ready. He's in his 80s. He's like, whatever. My brother's like, we'll move you to Massachusetts. We'll get you the best care you can. My father's like, why?
Yeah, stage 4 is.
He's not going to recover from it. He's in his fucking 80s.
Yeah.
He's already had a couple organs that it's gotten into. you know, there's a point at which you just go gracefully, and my brother is just like, no, well, like, no, just enjoy the days you have left. Relax, man. But my brother doesn't get it. He's not going to either.
Well, you know.
Is your dad? Was your dad capable of chiming in, or was he completely passed out?
Oh no, my father's attitude is just like, let me, but you know, I'm ready.
Oh, okay.
Though my mother's friend was like, she'd be almost 80, and she had lung cancer. Decided to still undergo all the treatment, and all it actually really did, and they did tell her in advance, it should just be extending her life probably by 6 to 9 months.
Yeah, and a lot of time when you extend your life with cancer treatments and this kind of stuff, and you're going to pretty much go anyway.
Yeah.
There's a point at which you have to say, you know, is the drop in quality of life worth the trouble?
I know, and that's actually the question my mother asked her when she was in her final week, and she's like, what were the few months worth it? And she said yes.
Really?
But yeah, but like that question, like, to me, is open to each individual, you know.
Yeah.
So someone will think, yeah, like, I'm sure it was painful, but like just the ability to keep on thinking maybe was enough for me. But yeah, it's obviously that one's going to be a very personal journey.
Yeah, very definitely.
My grandfather on my mother's side, apparently he was plugged up to some machines for the last, I believe, 6 to 9 months of his life. And what ended up happening was, because you're not allowed to, you know, pull the plug on the guy, you have to leave him on the machines. My family was stuck paying 9 months of bills to the hospital, just because we didn't file out, just because we forgot to file out one of those living will things. You know how it is.
Yeah, well, my father and I got in a really odd conversation about Jack Kevorkian. Basically, to sum it up, that he might have the right idea. You know, go gracefully when you can.
Well, I think I would include probably death with dignity, like,
yeah,
potentially as a human right. I don't see why it wouldn't be there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. I don't really see a problem with just taking somebody off the machines and making sure that they pass away gracefully.
Yeah.
Although I have to wonder with regards to assisted suicide, that I'm not prepared to throw my hat in for.
Well, yeah, but
I'm
most
a
of
big
the time
advocate of right to die.
Most of what else I will say in favor of assisted suicide is, like, a lot of the times they're not in a position to be able to end it themselves, or end it in a way that will be less painful. Whereas someone who knows what they're doing and can assist them will be able to provide an end that involves a lot less suffering.
So I understand, for example, and I'm totally cool with a doctor taking a patient off the machines and giving them painkillers until such time where they could just gracefully pass away. But to inject them with something lethal, there's just something about that.
I don't. The thing is, if they basically get to just enter the big sleep on their own terms, I don't have a problem with that at all.
Well,
would they have?
My mother was a nurse, and what some doctors would do to circumvent the legality is accidentally prescribe too much of the correct medication.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can get sued by the family members for that one.
Yeah. I suppose maybe assisted suicide would be better than there's a good argument to be made for legalizing assisted suicide in terms of preventing lawsuits from caring nurses and medical faculties.
But I suppose what you're thinking, really, your main objection to assisted suicide is that you have a hard way tracing the line between what is assisted suicide and what is manslaughter or murder or homicide.
Hmm. For example, what about people who, being sick, might not might not have the faculties know exactly to
Well,
what they're
that's
getting
one
at.
of the stipulations: is a person must be of sound mind.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's always pretty much been one of the stipulations. You know, it's like, for example, the one thing you can do is decide whether you want to have them put in a DNR order or not. And that was a question that was posed to me actually when I was in the hospital this last time. And my wife answered long before I could, but I wasn't really with it, frankly. So, you know, there was not much there initially, because whether I realized it or not at the time, I did get hit in terms of cognitive processes. And that's the tangible stuff, like the arm stopping working and this kind of stuff. That's easy to note, but the mental stuff sometimes, I mean, you don't even necessarily realize what's going on in your own head, which is kind of weird.
Yeah. And it's kind of the most frightening scenario, at least from my perspective. Like, it's more frightening to lose cognitive capabilities. It seems more frightening than losing an arm or losing an eye or going deaf.
Well, that was the thing is, I'm sitting there in the hospital, and my arm is no longer working, and a nurse comes in at one point, and I mean I couldn't at this point lift my arm at all. Nurse comes in the room, and she's like, "Oh well, at least all you lost was an arm and not a leg," and I'm like, "I'd rather a fucking leg. I can type. I fucking write for fuck's sake. A leg I'd be happier with." And she then turns around and says, "Well, I mean, an arm's not a big deal. I don't see why you'd care about that. I mean, you might not be able to walk." And I literally reached up my arm to try and choke the shit out of the bitch. And I'm like, "Hey, my arm moved."
Maybe that's what she was trying to do.
Oh, hey.
Maybe that's what she was trying to do.
Yeah, no.
No, I don't think she was trying to piss me off to the point that I'd want to choke the bitch. I don't think that was her intention.
Well, to the point of getting your arm up to choke the bitch.
Yeah, well. Unfortunately, this finger still doesn't quite go up. Oh, crap, I can't do that while I'm holding something. This finger still doesn't go up all the way, but I don't know. I've been a little bit lax, so to speak, with some of my exercises because I've been trying to type with that hand instead. I'm trying to get different movements down this week.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with the cognitive fortitude loss because you might end up becoming religious.
Oh, that's sad. Actually, it kind of had the opposite effect on me. Now, mind you, I'm not religious by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm kind of, in terms of this whole trying to humor people that believe in, well, frankly, nonsense, I'm done with that. I'm absolutely, at this point, done with that, because if you want to sit there, especially if you want to try and claim intelligent design or something like that, the primary vein that leads up into my brain, over the course of my life, plaque has built up to it. And why is plaque built up to it? Not because of any lifestyle thing, this and that. It's just a genetic thing in my case. Genetic propensity towards this, and it's been slowly building over the years. Now my brain's been building additional blood vessels to try and compensate for the reduced blood flow. But I was designed, so to speak, that this would happen. Now I sit there. I spent most of my life wanting to be an author, writing all this other crap, and roadblock after roadblock, block after roadblock. Finally get to the point that I'm getting ready to get the book out there. All this other crap, going through editing, busting my ass every fucking day on this. Stroke. Fuck you. If there is something out there that could be regarded as divine, it's a douche and needs to fuck off.
Can you still humor my religious stupidity?
Sometimes when you call it religious stupidity, perhaps.
Okay.
But here's the thing is, this trying to entertain the notion that this is anything more than fiction, honestly, I can't right now.
Alright, that's fair enough.
I mean, I really can't, because, I'm sorry, people make up shit all the fucking time. And people will follow this shit that other people make up. I can't see any difference between the bullshit written in these sacred texts of one group and the religious or pseudo-sacred crap that's made up by other people. As far as I'm concerned, these characters in the Bible and all these other are no different than any of these fucking modern-day bullshit gurus walking around on the street trying to develop a following.
Can we still pwn spirit signs together?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But I mean, that's kind of the thing I'm no longer willing to pretend to see a difference.
But
For the
Shadow,
longest time, that's kind of what it is. I just know.
it's part of God's plan for you.
Yeah, God's plan for me is to say, okay, I'm going to give you this ability to write. I'm going to give you this incredible creativity, and every time you use it, I'm going to fuck you. Yeah, this is something worthy of worship.
Yeah, you're supposed to put God before your ability. See. I can't play the religious person. I'm not good at it.
Yeah. Well, it's because you weren't using it to glorify God. Then why was the ability given to me to write sci-fi? Fuck you.
Well, as a religious person myself, all I have to say is, whatever you need of me, if you need any help, just give me a holler and I'll do whatever is within my power.
Actually, I'm going to counter you on that. And I'm going to counter you in a very specific way.
Okay.
What do you mean as a person and as a friend, as opposed to as a religious person?
And
that's a silly and useless caveat, because people assist each other and people reach out to each other not because of this, that, or the other, because that puts the weight on the word religious, as opposed to simply as a person.
Actually, I'm trying to take the word. I'm trying to take the pressure off the word religious by using this. Most people tend to use their religion as a way of saying, I'm going to pray for you and God's going to help. I'm trying to take it away from that and show that religious people can help by being good friends. And that's the best way a religious person can help.
They can, but I don't think religious needs it. The religious word needs to be added into that, other than to say, oh, but I'm religious and I'm not a douche. Well, I know that you're not a douche, and I know that you believe in some stuff that's religious.
I'm trying to encourage other religious people not to be douches.
Well, good luck with that. I've spent years trying to encourage that, and it doesn't work.
Well, okay, well, just to say it the way I should say it, as a friend, I'm willing to do anything that's within my power to help you out.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
I'm gonna need your bank account information.
To be fair, the religious people.
No, but I do have a Patreon page.
It's seeming, for some reason, it's only on YouTube that the religious people are really, really douchey. But in real life, like, they're cool.
Well,
It really depends.
In my area, at least.
Years ago, I would have agreed with that, but I've since moved to Texas.
Right.
Well, there's also Twitter, there's Facebook, there's Google+, there's Tumblr, there's Reddit, and there's plenty of douchey people there.
Yeah, the douchey internet theists are out there in the real world too. All you have to do is walk up to a street preacher.
It is kind of one of those things, though. The most fucked up people tend to have the loudest voices in any community.
Yep.
But yeah, in terms of the whole theology crap, I'm done. I'm done pretending to entertain these people.
Hey, what do you all think about? I put it in text. What all do you think about the hashtag that's going around on YouTube? The how do we improve YouTube, or what is destroying YouTube? How do you guys feel about that?
I missed what it was about. Like I wasn't paying attention.
Haven't paying attention.
Is that a thing?
So you'll have to elaborate a little bit on what.
I'm destroying YouTube.
What is destroying YouTube?
What do you mean by hashtag?
Oh, it's just okay. How do you feel about the conversations that are going around about what is destroying YouTube and how do we improve YouTube? How do you feel? What do you think would improve YouTube?
Bring video responses back.
Yes.
Taking G-Man's channel away from him is a good start.
Yeah, well.
Actually, I wonder about that. If he fucks off of YouTube, isn't he just going to bother people in the real world?
Good point.
But on the other hand, everyone in the real world seems to be doing a better job of ignoring him than us. When he spouts his bullshit, everyone comments and shares and subscribes to it.
We only really need
New York, everyone walks the fuck away, as they should.
We only really need 2 changes to YouTube to bring it back to close to its former glory. One, like was already said, was bring back video responses, but the other one is to weigh tags heavier than current amount of views again.
That's actually not a bad idea. Both of them.
And add back the downvote in the comments, Scott.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
Just as a random footnote, I just got a message from Patrick saying, and I quote, "Do you want to explain to me what I did or said so wrong by asking Kazun about allergies? That you kick me out of your hangout, I'm confused, and yes, I'm butthurt. The answer to which was the cardinal sin of boring me."
Yeah, there's some things that people have mentioned too. Is like, remember when YouTube actually allowed people to customize their channel? You know, what has happened? Can you think of any big website that actually lets you customize your page on it anymore?
Isn't that the whole appeal of Facebook and MySpace and all that?
Uniformity. Yeah.
Well, MySpace used to let you, but then they kind of cut back on that near the end, and now you can't customize it at all.
Well, that's dead anyway.
But yeah, and but you know, Facebook never let you customize it. But YouTube used to let you customize it. It didn't affect the video page, but it definitely, you know, let you customize your channel. You could have different backgrounds. You could have a whole bunch of shit, and they sort of took that away. And I'm just sort of wondering. You know, do you suppose there might be some site at some point that it decides, oh, maybe that wasn't that bad of an idea, and might come back around to that?
Because they want each channel to be compatible for like viewing on pads or cell phones or
what's that site that everybody who's banned from YouTube goes to?
Dailymotion?
Maybe.
No, there's another one. I can't remember the name of it now, but they tried to emulate what YouTube used to look like, and I still don't think they let you do much customization. I mean, the customization is still limited on that. I mean, the thing is, if they allow some, like if they say, well, all the images have to be these sizes, and if you try to make the text too close to the same color as the background, it will automatically change the color. You know, so you know, you can't make a theme that nobody can read, but still allow people to do some sort of customizations. But they're like, well, we don't want to give people that chance. And it's just weird to me that you know, none of these companies seem to trust people enough to allow them to do that anymore. I don't know. I just would think that with how good CSS can be, that, you know, they could automatically tell whether or not something is not such a bad theme that it's unreadable type of thing, you know.
Perhaps it's because they want to advertise themselves every time. Like, you want to be, you're on a YouTube page. This is YouTube. And basically part of the advertising is like the brand recognition of YouTube that's going to be easily identifiable. The brand recognition of Google Plus, or the brand recognition of Facebook or Twitter. Maybe that's it? Or part of it?
Hard to say. I think it's probably just the whole thing of, well, we want... I think it's just what Shadow said, you know? What was the phrase? Uniformity, uniformity.
Assimilate, assimilate, assimilate. Anyway.
Resistance is futile.
Did anyone see the movie Jupiter Ascending?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, I did.
Yes, unfortunately I did.
I'm guessing by the unfortunately you didn't care for it too much.
It had potential.
I don't know.
It seemed like
I'm not a fan of the Wachowski brothers.
Twice. We visited one sibling. We visited one relative that tried to kill you. Let's visit another.
Oh, there was a plot. Oh.
Except they're not even really relatives.
Yeah. The bees love royalty. That's why they don't sting you. That was such bullshit.
Yeah.
That was actually a plot point.
Yep.
In the movie.
That was a plot point in the movie. Yes.
The bees know how to recognize royalty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty low.
And they knew that she was royal because she liked the queen that had died.
Yep. Oh, and yeah, and they ended up stinging her enemies because they could tell that person wasn't royal.
Yeah.
The bees, they're stinging my non-royal eyes.
What the hell?
No, but I mean, like now I'm imagining the person who wrote the script is like, oh, this is clever. Oh, I just found something really smart.
Well, man, what is the name of the writers from that movie? They wrote The Matrix 2.
Yeah, it's the Wachowski brothers.
The Wachowski brother and sister.
Mm.
One of them became one of them
did they?
had the surgery. Yeah.
Royale with bees.
So now it's just the Wachowski. The Wachowskis, pardon me. Yeah, with the blue.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we're past the 3-hour mark, so we're well into overtime. I should have ended this a bit of a while ago. And on that note, I think I will get off air, and we will continue thusly, and see you all next time. And thanks for watching.
Bye, folks.